let's get through this quickly. Firstly, the facts. Roselia, formerly of House Cannith, is dead. I have her key in my pocket, and its corresponding treasure chest is aboard the Blackfin. I also have her ring and her wand, but those are for another day. The Blackfin is dislodged from the wreck. Their crew celebrated yesterday with a party, and they are merry and keen to depart. Captain Varys has struck up a decent rapport with their captain Hoya Terape, and the crew is still grateful and thus harmonious. The state of our crew, however, they're all rattled, but on the mend. Tense at first, we shared a very awkward lunch prepared by Captain Varys, though he certainly feels more uncle than captain when he's cooking potatoes. Kai made an appearance, which is never a good sign, and swiftly disappeared when Luca arrived, which is an even worse one. Luca expressed his dismay about our lacking hesitation to kill Roselia, seeming to project his own redemption onto her, which is, much. Beyond his moral code being compromised, he is naturally displeased that he lost his bearings and fell to the mercy of his own memories. Memories which he doesn't even remember, sans that he was a knight captain, part of a cavalry, and that several of his team perished. He hardly seems to acknowledge that he might have died out there if not for N's sudden knack for healing, which N also doesn't seem to acknowledge because, well, of course they don't. And N, well, they haven't stopped shying away from us since they executed Roselia. An unhealthy combination of too much accountability and rejection sensitivity. I don't doubt that there's going to be a conversation waiting there for me as well. Nevertheless, Luca staged a little nighttime picnic for Anne, and I'm confident that after gazing into each other's eyes under a starry night sky, they'll be in a better position than they were. It's just a matter of time. Time and space. The braid of fate is not lightly split and all that. Cat is Cat and continues to be Cat, reasonable and quick to recover, bless her. May she leave this spit of rock with high spirits, glossy fur, and enough wealth to tip the street food economy on its head. By the time they all wake, we may well resemble a crew again, which means we will have to work together. Disharmony at a time like this will only lead to more unsavory outcomes, so it is best that we prevent further spirals into predictable mayhem as we lead up to our coming mission. And as for the mission itself, we have disposed of the harpies, and we have their wings as proof, so now it's just a matter of retrieving the rest of what we came for, the Jenny's stolen cargo and personal items. Our additional task now includes investigating the elemental galleon sunk here, the Good Fortune sent by House Lyranda, formerly transporting a war criminal, presumably to Dreadhold, but I suppose we'll find out. We may find treasures, we may find intrigue, but I am most interested in the elemental, whether it's still there and whether I can liberate it, so to speak. But Captain Hoya, for all her generosity, is still sending us with a chaperone. Bones the bosun will be accompanying us. Captain Hoya is here to retrieve items of importance. I am also here to retrieve items of importance. But Bones is a pirate, and I've met pirates, so the opportunity for everyone to leave the situation happy is not completely lost yet. Of course, I may not sound it at the end of this very impersonal spiel, but I am curious about the grisly fate of the crew. A shame if their memory sinks along with the ship, no? House Lyranda may only care for their pretty little boat, but somebody has to spare a thought for the people aboard. So let it be us, merry band of misfits, ramshackle crew of the scrap bucket. Yes, we have had a truly abysmal few days since arriving here, and yes, everybody is weary and troubled, but with luck and wise planning, good fortune awaits.
Mommy little asshole.
Yeah. Love that title drop. Thank you very much,
Yes.
Willow.
Thanks,
Roll
Willow.
I want to punch Willow one day.
I'm sure you'll get the chance.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You can try, bitch.
Gets punched.
Yeah. Truly, one day you will reap the consequences of your words.
Maybe.
God,
God, that would redeem dehydrate me. Just as an aside, I just saw that. Going into the thank you step.
I'm going to
Carry
punch
on.
the hydration out of you.
Thanks.
Great. So, it is the morning of the 24th of Irie.
Mhm.
It is cloudy and there is a light wind that is relatively chill. We are having breakfast aboard the scrap bucket. What's everybody up to?
I think Willow was awake first, probably before anyone was here. They've occupied the dining table
Mm-hmm.
with like a scroll of paper and probably their book open and various other sort of scattered notes, and they've outlined the shape of the galleon on the piece of paper.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they would have been there even before Varys was up. So while his room was still closed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and was probably up shortly after Willow.
Yeah.
Probably cleaned up and came up to the upper floor pretty quick. And
They
stops.
hungover.
No, they didn't drink that much. And they were fed afterwards.
Exactly.
They're good. If not a bit tired, but
Luca for sure Luca definitely guaranteed that Anne drank enough water and
Oh, yeah.
such after
it's Lucas
being
style.
at a party.
Indeed.
Hmm.
So, En's fine. If not, just a bit tired, but that's for many reasons. So comes upstairs and observes the table. Looks at Willow and kind of slides into their seat.
I imagine you all filter in relatively close after one another.
Yeah.
You have sort of a routine down of like getting ready for the morning. So I imagine it is not long after everybody has arrived. Luca, I assume, is always cooking breakfast.
Yes.
Luca is our cook.
Yes.
Willow will start like sort of neatening up their stuff when they notice that everyone is waking up now. Like it was a big sprawl across the table, but they're just sort of pulling it all back into one little pile.
Corner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they smile at En when En sits down.
So, assuming you are all like normally greeting each other and so on, we don't have to role play out. We're just like a brief montage of the morning as it happens.
Yep.
You are having breakfast. What do you discuss? Because it seems like you are all ready for discussion in one way or another.
I'm curious how Captain Varys like responds to the scene of like entering the room when there are like plans afoot and such. I'm guessing he's not surprised at this stage, but
No, he's not. He's just raises an eyebrow and I think he says something like, plans for the day?
yeah, Willow's going to nod enthusiastically.
That's it. That's the exchange.
Yep. Cool. Imagine Willow's still writing notes while they have tea. They usually try to put their stuff away when they're eating, but they are evidently powering through their breakfast, basically.
Yeah, I imagine they have a little pocket notebook type thing.
Yeah.
So they're
Put
eating
away
with
all their
one hand,
bigger
writing
notebooks.
with the other.
Yeah. The absolute speed run energy of Willow's breakfast while Luca places down the plate and is like,
God.
He will
God.
tell you to
kidding.
slow down.
It's very, Willow's still a neat eater, but it's just a quick breakfast is a side note to the focus at hand.
Yeah. Good.
So,
And
I
Luca?
guess, yeah, you too.
Yeah, and as looking at Willow like on and off as they're trying to eat their breakfast because they can tell Willow's planning something, but they're kind of waiting on Willow to finish whatever they're doing, or at least for breakfast to be finished before they make a discussion out of it. But they keep looking at Willow, not staring, but just hearing Willow move, and it draws their eye over to Willow, and then they try to mind their business, but then Willow eats a whole egg in one gulp and then is looking at Willow again.
Oh man, what's Luca up to? Doing? What's his vibe? I'll do a random insight check too to see what. Oh no, wait, never mind. I'm busy.
Your focus. Luca is just quiet and eating politely at a regular speed.
Yeah, I imagine Willow's going to finish eating and sort of sit back and look at you guys, like waiting for their opening, basically. Or waiting for you to finish eating, whichever comes first. Whichever seems more awkward first. the silence of Willow waiting, or the yeah. You know.
I imagine like Kat and Varys and the others are like having normal small talk of like, how did you sleep? Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
How
It's
was the
not
party,
completely
etc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I imagine it's not completely dead silent, but
Yeah.
I think like maybe 2 minutes after Willow has finished eating and is looking expectantly, Varys will say, Willow?
Yes.
He gestures.
Not to interrupt everybody's breakfast. We all awake?
I think so.
Well, if everybody's ears are open, I will be upfront with you all. I have ulterior motives for investigating the sunken vessel, and a plan attached to that.
I'm so shocked.
I can take a few guesses.
Oh yes, let's guess. You want to look at N, steal something.
Obviously, all of the wood on the boat, so that
And the
Willow can
sails.
take it home and make another boat on the beach.
And start your own fleet.
Commodore Willow,
Wouldn't that be a sight?
Kat says.
It's the galleon.
Willow looks.
It's the
Yeah,
elemental.
Willow nods their head at N and then looks at Luke. I take it that your picnic went well. In any case, Willow's gonna talk over you. Sorry. In any case, yes, it is partly because I want to find out what happened to the crew, and it's also because I find it interesting. But mostly, it's because I want the elemental that might still be there. There's a chance for good fortune aboard the vessel, various treasures that might be hiding in its depths, as well as the dignity afforded to the lives lost, people's final moments. Nobody else is going to do it.
Why do you want an elemental?
Because I like them, and because I can use them.
For what?
To upgrade this ship, I assume, in some way or another.
Ship. Willow
Scrap
nods.
bucket, sorry. Slip of the tongue.
No, I like ship. Oh. Willow gestures around. Yeah, something like that.
Why?
Why not?
Because
Isn't it a bit-
Willow is crazy ambitious?
Isn't
Kat
it a
says
bit
with a
much?
shrug.
Oh,
Yeah.
they can make ships go, right? And, like, fly? So,
Uh,
I
You want
think
to
it
make-
depends on the... I don't think this is gonna fly. Kat knocks on the wall of the...
I don't know. Have you
Boat.
met Willow?
If you go over a tall enough wave, maybe, but at the
Do you want
moment...
to make it fly? Or
this is all... The point is that the elemental is probably... Wait, sorry, I'll ask Zeke. It's probably a water elemental, yeah? Like, I'm assuming, because it's an elemental galleon. Yes. All right. And it's in the water.
Yes.
The elemental that we will claim from this... May claim, rather, from this galleon is likely not an air elemental. So it will not aid me in flying.
Right.
right.
But it will aid you in motion in the water.
Yes, it will propel the boats, maybe. But that's besides the point. There is a very real chance for danger, drowning, disturbing topics, dead bodies, misery, strange creatures, monsters. Potentially a very unhappy elemental if it isn't already gone. So while you do each have something to gain from this, you also have something to lose, even if it is just peace of mind.
Well,
So,
frankly, that's lost already, so let's get into it.
1 second. It is optional at this stage, and I'd ask that nobody here go ahead with it because I want it. It's a silly reason to die, but I can't control your actions, nor you mine.
If you're going, I think we're going.
I look around.
Cat says, if it's all the same, I'm gonna stay above the waterline.
Willow nods.
I give Kat like a little smile. She's cute.
Hmm.
Varys is looking very thoughtful. He could have interjected a couple times, but seems to be thinking. Sounds of seagulls.
Luca's brain
goes,
working. No. I'm fine with going under the water. I mean, I might as well. And then, like, flashes their swimming ring.
Mm-hmm. If
I
the
will-
elemental is there, Varys finally speaks up.
Mhm.
How do you intend to acquire it?
Willow smiles, kind of. What's the word? Shit-eatingly. Yeah. Well, I suppose it depends on who's coming with me.
Well, we know Bones is going to be joining us if we go. Have you considered what to do about them?
I have.
They should be arriving
Oh.
around midday.
Bones is a pirate. Can probably be bribed. They can and will kill us if we become a hindrance, so
Uh-huh.
I don't really plan on being one.
How could
But
you
Bones seems-
bribe them? What?
With money.
How much money? And how much is a bribe?
Suppose that depends. Or things.
Things.
Treasures. Doesn't seem the sort for intel.
Looking at Willow like,
Mhm.
I have no idea what this is.
Treasures. Valuable things. Booty.
They are pirates.
Uh-huh.
I don't think they would want.
Not that kind of booty, Loga. It's a
Right, so do you have something in mind to bribe them with?
Well,
Or-
once I determined who was... Pardon?
Or
Is it me? Am I the bribe?
and looks at Luca.
I think everybody just has a moment of like,
Yeah.
Calm down,
like
big
Varys
guy.
and Cat included.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone just side eye wince at Luca. Well, if we were going to take the bribery route, then we would consider what we have to offer, which at this stage is money, at least on my part, and the contents of Roselia's treasure chest, though I am hesitant considering she...
We don't know how
Had
many
weapons.
of those explode.
Yes, and I'd prefer not to give Bones weapons, considering they are a pirate. Willow like leans into that a pirate, like what they're implying is like a violent pirate.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No, they're not licking Lyrandra's boots, so we do have a chance.
Hoya seems a
Quite
bit sorry.
right.
Captain Hoya seems a bit preoccupied with the state of her own crew, so I don't imagine she's going to be particularly concerned. However, if we do get in the way of work, that's a hindrance for no reason. So there is also the option of lying to Bones.
How
Which I
far can that
do,
lie
I
go
suppose.
if they're following us onto the galleon? At some point,
I have specific. Carry on.
they're probably going to see us do something. going to give us away.
Whether they know what that something is, though, that's different.
It's risky, but
I can go alone. And that is not me holding. I'm not saying that so you follow me.
I'm going with you. Doesn't matter what you say.
That's what I thought. So, with that
Can
in
I
mind,
seek a question?
Yes.
Quickly?
Yes.
Can you use something like sleep on a warforged?
Unclear.
We'll have to
Time find
experiment.
out.
Ask
Yeah.
Willow, maybe. Maybe Willow knows.
Well, I think if you're planning on trouble, it would be best to have backup.
I'll say this now. I have no intention of harming Bones. But there are going to
Good.
be... there is a potential.
They could kill us all very quickly.
Yeah, ideally
Bones?
we're not going to get into a fight with Bones. It would never hurts
No.
to be prepared to defend ourselves if worst comes to worst. Or, you
And
know,
Bones may not be the only threat aboard the vessel.
flee the
It
scene.
has been sitting here for quite a while. Thank you, Anne. It has been sitting here for quite a while with a hole blown into it, so the potential that monsters have moved in
Yes.
is possible.
Cat pipes up with at very least there's gonna be fish down there and I don't know, sharks probably.
Do you
Uh,
think
How-
you could catch one?
how big are we talking?
Why would you want to talk a shark?
Catch one?
Why?
Eat it.
Yeah. No.
Are they not?
It's going to be quite clumsy to move underwater, so we could probably save food hunting for another time. But I suppose if we do kill a shark, you can bring it back.
Also, shark meat
Okay.
tastes gross.
Oh, I've never had it, so
It's not great.
maybe you just didn't have very nicely cooked shark meat.
Anyway,
That is, like,
there's also
Doubt face.
there's also the potential. I will ask Zeke too. Considering a number of people died there, there's also a likelihood of like wonky stuff, right? Like I don't know how
Ghosts and
undead
shit.
happens or things like ghosts, but I feel like Willow would have a sort of general knowledge of like this is a place of much death.
It is unlikely that you will encounter undead, if
Yeah.
only because the harpies do not seem to have dealt with them.
Right, yes.
More.
But yeah. Willow's just keeping the keeping
But
it open.
it is likely that there will be complications
Yes.
of some
Willow,
kind.
Willow will say this as there are a lot of unknowns in the depths of the galleon.
Potential
Unknown,
hazards.
obviously, meaning yes.
of all kinds.
Yes, the elemental has 4 levels. Sorry, the galleon has 4 levels. The lower 2 are submerged, and the main deck is partially flooded. We saw that from the top.
Mm-hmm.
My main points of intrigue would be the engine room, where the elemental is kept, the captain's quarters, and the living quarters. The captain's quarters being probably on the main deck, the elemental engine room, main deck, or lower, and the living quarters lower. Or if you're particularly unlucky, cargo. And then, of course, there is whatever was in the cargo, if it's still there and not sunk or rotted. Willow shrugs. It's interesting, but it's dangerous. So,
Aren't most things. When we're involved,
yes, but
it would be good to have an idea of what we want to hit first, especially the stuff below the waterline. Considering we only have about an hour to liaise about the fishes.
We do indeed have 4 of the diver's blessing, 2 candles, no potions. My rough outline of events would be that we investigate above the water, check
One
to see what threats
potion.
lay within.
1 potion. I still have
Yeah.
a potion.
Oh, sorry, I don't I'm not privy to
I
the
have a
contents of your
potion
pockets.
as well.
Do you?
So
Okay, well then only I have no potions.
That's why we're going with
But
you.
the loose outline, okay, of events would be to investigate above the water, check it to see what's in it. If the coast is vaguely clear, I would immediately go to the engine room to see whether the elemental is there. If it seems contained, explore the rest of the galleon, then return to the elemental last. If the elemental is an immediate threat, then sort it out first, obviously, so it doesn't corner us in the cargo hold.
That would be ideal.
And find anything that we wouldn't want sunk to the bottom of the sea. Journals, personal effects. I would like the captain's log.
That may be one of the complications that you face. From what I know of Hoya, she is been tasked, or at least her crew, has been tasked to recover the events of what happened to the Good Fortune. Truth be told, they were not expecting to find the wreck so intact as it is. And if you suspect there may be an elemental aboard, they will most likely want to retrieve that themselves. But like you said, bones can be bribed, or otherwise persuaded.
Or, I suppose, otherwise deceived. If
Can
it
we
comes
not
to
just
that.
tell them it was Roselia?
We could. Mm.
And Ladrander is going to accept that, just based on
Word of
no
mouth.
word at all. Yeah.
The testimony of a testimony.
We can control the flow of information. If I find the log, I would just like to skim it. If there's nothing to it, I'll give it back.
Oh, I don't think they'll oppose you reading it. It's not like they would fare much better understanding it.
And if it for some reason...
What's that smirk for?
If it for some reason contains something that I would like not to be returned, it would just drop into the water.
If it's survived this long, it's most likely waterproofed.
What would it have that you don't want returned?
Willow shrugs big then. Also, Willow was, like, it dropped into the water, oink. Not a literal statement. Willow will toss it overboard, basically. And Lucas, in response to Lucas' question, Willow was just big shrug. Oh, you know.
Remember,
No, I
Willow's a
don't.
pirate.
Could you so they might.
Pirate secrets.
Right.
Eris is sort of sighing and rubbing his brow. Your plan needs more work.
Well, I only started talking to see who was on board.
Bones is the biggest complication, so we should figure out what we're going to do with them. If we're going to bribe them at the beginning, or if we're going to do it on the run.
Well, I wouldn't
It
bribe
always
them.
is beneficial to start with diplomacy.
Yes. There will be no reason to bribe Bones if there is no elemental. Though I suppose I wouldn't mind stealing the engine anyway. Or at least disassembling it.
Engine?
Well, pieces, parts.
Won't that be difficult to sneak out?
Exactly why we would bribe at that stage. See, the reason I have kept so many avenues open is because there are some variables. The state of the lower two levels, we don't know. The elemental itself might have escaped, might be broken, maybe nothing there. Willow shrugs.
We should have an idea of what exactly we're going to try and bribe them with, if it comes down to that.
Yes. I was considering that. Well, I did consider the ring, but that is a. Willow's going to scrub that off and like discard that thought. No, there is money up front. Nah.
What's your
Basically, I
budget for
just
bribery?
need my budget for bribery. Willow's flicking through some of their pages. Captain Varys, how much would I
Aye.
need to pay you if you were a scurvy pirate to, stay quiet about something like this?
Likelihood? No less than 100 gold pieces.
Does Bones have the same as and I suppose...
We all chipped in, we could do 200 easy.
No, I don't want to give Bones that much. We'll see. When I say we'll see, Willow's like saying we'll see as in I'm thinking. What do you have gadgets? Does a Warforged need a blender?
They are the blender, aren't they?
Not all Warforged.
With that hook hand, they could be.
I suppose more of a bread dough mix. Bones the baker.
It's one avenue for retirement.
I mean, he can't be baker when they retire. That's a job.
It's a passion, Luca.
There is the possibility that... Well, put it this way. In one circumstance, we find the engine room, we open it up, and to the less wise eye, or to the lesser knowing eye, it's broken. There's nothing you can do about it. I can bribe them to stay quiet about that. Rather.
Question
Does
to
that make
Zeke.
sense?
Mm-hmm.
How does an elemental be broken?
The
Oh, the
engine is
engine Will was
broken, the
talking about.
elementals
Oh,
escaped.
okay. Right,
Yeah.
okay. It's like...
But
I
it's
was
okay if
really
Luke is also
confused.
confused because Willow's sort of like talking around and saying various things that are like non sequitur.
Yeah.
Yeah, Willow is talking very heavily in
Thoroughly
jargon. It's
out
a
their
lot of
ass.
inside baseball.
What's baseball?
Don't worry about it.
I could convince them, and then at that stage you're only bribing for the value of me investigating the place, which isn't really anything bad. Willow's mumbling to themselves as they think.
Varys is sort of giving you the space to
Yeah. And
straighten out your plans before he starts
Criticizing them?
poking it for holes. Yeah.
Yeah, no, that's fine.
Waiting. Giving Willow the opportunity to think.
Yeah. Again, like, Willow brought this to you guys with I will continue planning based on who's coming with me and how this is panning out. Because how they would do it alone is very different to how they do it with the crew. They are thinking of you guys. They did plan for you guys joining on.
Ah.
And now I guess the question will be... Well, I suppose we could
So-
backpedal. Who is, comfortable going underwater? Sorry, Willow's just going to quickly ask.
I'm fine with it.
It might be an idea for the two of you to go. And then that way, if we need more time, we still have 2 potions left.
If there is an elemental underwater, and it is, let us suppose, worst case scenario.
Mhm.
The elemental is underwater. It is territorial of its living quarters.
Mhm.
Admittedly, if you're using Diver's Blessing potions. You won't have to worry about drowning for at least an hour, but you will still have to worry about a furious torrent of water crushing you.
Will is going to gesture like the motion of being like washed by a wave in a flooded room into a wall, basically, with their hand. Specifically to Luca,
Exactly.
I feel like they are going to gesture at it. Make that bit like and then they're
Well,
illustrating what Captain Varys is saying.
yes.
Yeah.
Do we have any particular strategies for dealing with that?
The question is, are you requesting my help?
In that situation, I suppose I'm checking whether you are. Well, in the circumstance that N is joining me, yes, I am. But
How many of
again,
those potions do you have?
4 all up.
Right. So I could
However,
join you.
you could, but I would like to mention I did not plan for it. And if Captain Varys doesn't come and the elemental is in the ocean, then I would probably request, they're going to gesture at N, that we make alternate arrangements, as the risk level somewhat skyrockets.
And nods. Varys, you would know better than I would. I've noticed that my abilities to speak in mind doesn't always require the receiving party to understand my language. Obviously, they can't talk back. Do you think an elemental would count in that regard?
Elementals, especially ones used for powering vessels, are capable of speech. Although they don't speak any language of mortal tongues, they most likely would speak, well, primordial, the language of elementals. I have a passing knowledge of it.
No, not that I've ever tried, but it could be an option.
Your best bet, the ideal scenario, would be that the engine and all its functions are intact, meaning that one could ideally use the helm to communicate with the elemental itself. However, I doubt that's the case, considering the state of the exterior.
Could we try and find out then, before we go any further?
We could.
Then we'd have an idea before we even got to the engine exactly what state it might be in.
Hmm. Well, on a different subject matter, I have arranged for Captain Tirape to split the spoils of this venture. If they retrieve what they came for, we can take our payment, either in salvage from the wreckage or in goods left behind by Miss Roselia. That will happen, obviously, after we've gone through the wreck.
No, that's something.
You've spoken to her about the treasure of Roselia's treasure chest.
Yes.
Thank you, Captain. I do have the only key for that.
Oh, then. That puts us at an advantage.
Can I insight check Captain Varys?
Sure.
Do I have normal? Am I
Yes.
over my exhaustion now?
Yes. If you have taken an adequate amount of sleep, you have removed your point of exhaustion.
Yay! And did that count as a long rest?
Yes.
Cool. Yahoo! I'm back at full health, baby. Okay, I'm gonna do an insight check on Captain Varys.
Yes. He is relatively straight-faced. Looks mildly concerned, but that's all you can read.
Okay, Willow will prod. What's on your mind, Captain?
I'm trying to consider what the best angles of approach might be. As you said, there's a lot of unknowns. There is also the matter of finishing the mercenary job that you were actually sent out to do, which is retrieve any lost cargo and personal effects from the Jenny herself.
Oh, I assumed that we'd do that after breakfast, more or less, if everybody's amenable.
Yeah, I figure we'd do that before we get into any trouble on the Good Fortune.
No trouble. Only intrigue. Okay, maybe trouble.
And pinches their fingers, like, a little bit of trouble. But we go, we search the nests, we see what we can see. Now that there's no complicating factors out there, it should be a simple enough job.
Indeed.
Mhm. Whoop.
It'll give me some time to consider our approach as well.
Even if you are not in attendance, your wisdom will be appreciated.
Varys quirks an eyebrow at that. Not like in confused, not a confused eyebrow, but rather uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. Question, could fish dog be useful at all in perceiving underwater?
Yes, fish dog does not need to breathe.
And, like, I can send it underwater for a bit, because Willow would have mentioned that, but I
Yes.
forgot to. Okay.
Yes.
Well, Willow would have mentioned is, I think fish dog would zoop in, good as new, and Willow would say, and let's not forget. And then fish dog kind of, like, bounces on the tip of their finger. They're, like,
Mhm.
showing it off.
Yeah, you can use that for light too, right? So that'll be useful if Luca needs it.
Luca.
Darkness. You and I have dark vision. Luca
Oh, I
does
see.
not.
Yes. Well, this little fish dog can swim. So I suppose if anything is going to die because of a rowdy elemental, it may as well be fish dog.
If fish dog is easier
Varys.
to bring back.
Varys nods. That seems a better plan.
Scout ahead. It's a good
You might
idea.
as...
Oh,
Quite.
sorry, I thought I mentioned it before. When I said check the waters to see what threats lay within, that of course includes fish dog. I forget that not everybody has one of these.
Very well. And I suppose we'd best set about clearing those nests.
Aye. Billy's going to jump up. They seem energized.
Where shall we start? There were several around.
Ooh, okay, Willie sits back down. Yes. Well, I think Willow would have gently mapped out not only the galleon, but like the surrounding reef. There's nothing too descriptive, but just since they did draw the galleon in the water, they probably sort of vaguely mapped out where the nests are. So they'll bring that back out from their pile and unfurl it and point to various places.
Okay. We can skip to meta now. Which part of the reef would you guys like to explore first? There's south, west, and north. West is where Roselia's shack was. You have yet to set foot on the south at all. So, we starting at the south?
I think so.
Yep.
Cool. I will flip the ship.
Whoop.
Nice. Captain Varys saying, I will flip the ship. I'm doing a big, massive freaking like turn.
Spin of the wheel.
Yui.
Nice. Yeah.
Captain Varys chucks a Yui.
Yeah. Yeah, thank you.
So yes, let me open up. It's all right. You weigh anchor a little ways away from the southern part of the reef. There's the rocky spires and sandbars of the cliffs where harpies used to nest. Varys is staying aboard the ship. Cat is probably gonna stay in the shallows as a lookout.
Thanks, Cat.
And the three of you are going to investigate the nests.
Yeah.
Yay.
Who's climbing up first?
I may.
Yeah, it'll be close behind, I suppose.
Yeah, the question is like if somebody goes up there, ties a rope, and then sends that down, everybody else makes their climb check with advantage.
Okay, I'll do that.
Okay. So Willow, give me an athletics check to climb the rock face.
Oh, it's athletics. Gotcha. Can I have advantage with fish dog?
Why don't I do it? I'm the most athletic.
Yeah, maybe
Oh,
Luca should do
okay,
it.
if you're offering.
Yeah.
I forgot
I'll
it was
do
athletic. I thought it was like, I don't know, something else. Oops, sorry, Cat.
Alright. I'll give you an athletics check.
Whoa, Luca!
Whoa.
Luca is on form today.
Wow.
You scale
Nice.
that cliff like you've been doing it every day of your life.
Willow whistles as you go up.
And even N's eyebrows are like raised at that.
Yeah.
Put rock climber on his resume.
You find a suitable boulder to fasten a rope to while you are up amongst the abandoned nests. And are able to throw it down. Willow and Anne are now able to make their checks with advantage.
Yahoo.
Oh my god.
Okay, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
And I think you get some rope burn on your hands.
Can I reach, like, is it reach distance? Can I reach back down to N?
It's not like Luca can pull N up with the rope. However,
Yeah.
it's like N doesn't even make it that far. They like get
God.
1 foot off the ground, get rope burn as they slide down because they can't hold their own
Oh.
body weight
Oh my god.
Okay,
that
Willow's.
easily.
So, I climbed fine, yeah?
Yeah,
You got a
you're-
20.
You're up
Okay.
there.
You both got
Yeah, no,
20s.
Willow's
and-
gonna lean over and yeah,
My
Willow's
God.
going to lean over and say, "Do you need to tie that around your waist?"
and staring despondently at their hands. Yes.
The other two
Or you
could
could just
search.
Wait down there. How about you wait down there?
Fine. Anne's gonna
Wish
go
us
back to
luck.
Cat and be a lookout as well.
Willow low key laughs at you as they leave. Investigation now?
Yes, please. Luca can give you advantage as he helps you
Fishtalk can give me
pull through.
advantage, I suppose.
Yes,
And Luca
but-
can have his own. But yeah. Anyway. Nice.
Okay. You pour through some of these abandoned nests. Loose feathers tossed about, traces of half-finished meals left behind and starting to smell. There are a handful of shiny bits and baubles tucked into the nests. About 16 silver pieces, a carved bone whistle, and a ring of iron keys. Also, from your... Actually, N, give me a perception check since you're down there.
Okay. Since I'm down here. That's more like it.
Okay.
Nice.
You see further down the shoreline, there are a couple crates sort of washed against the beach, half concealed by rocks.
Oh. Oh, I'll go over there and have a look-see at those then.
Yes. You approach closer and you are struck by the smell of slightly damp cinnamon.
Yo!
Looks like
Oh,
that's the Jenny's cargo had washed up there.
I'm gonna call back to Cat. Found some!
Oh, hey!
Smells like cinnamon.
That's it!
Great, well,
the-
that's one down.
Were they just transporting an entire shipload of cinnamon, or were there like other spices?
There were other things in there, however,
Okay.
those 2 crates specifically were cinnamon.
Okay. Can I see anything on this island? This little isle?
Which one?
The one that's like 5 above sea level.
No, it looks like that's just, bare rock. It's a
Okay.
bit low for harpy nests. But yeah, you and Willow have thoroughly searched these nests. Looks like there wasn't much here for these ones, at least.
We got some stuff though. So
Yes.
Yes, need Luca's help probably to transfer it onto the scrap
Mhm.
bucket, because En's already had a chance to prove that they're strong, and it's not gone well, so En's not going to try and move the crates.
No.
And he'll
Yeah.
just draw a little arrow on the ground, like, here, look here.
Mhm. When Luca and Willow descend from the cliffs, you are able to point them in the direction of the crates, and between the 4 of you, get them aboard. They're kind of water damaged, so Cat's making a face of like, ooh, they're gonna dock us for this.
Yeah. As I understand, water's
But
not
there
good
should-
for cinnamon.
Yeah, I mean, it's supposed to be waterproof, but like she points at parts of the boxes where they've like been crunched open and some has seeped in through the protective lining.
Yeah.
Should be some of it. Should be fine still, probably. Anyway. On to the next.
Yes.
Mhm.
yes, Captain.
Get on the boat, guys! Get on the boat! Get on the boat!
What about fish dog? Fish dog! No! Where's Willow? Am I on top of Willow? Oh my god.
Yes.
Willow like
Calm
cornered, like,
down.
can you please step away from me?
Back it up.
Is it fast enough?
Shit. Okay. So there seem to be a couple more nests here. There's one on this pillar and another over here. So depending on who goes where, you could potentially split up the party.
Mm-hmm.
Take fish dog and go to this one.
You're taking fish dog.
Mhm.
You're take what?
Willow sees
How does
Luca
he-
pick
how
up
is he
fish
gonna-
dog and walk off.
Literally just grabs it and walks.
Oh.
Says, we'll take this
Luca, like,
one.
I'm gonna borrow a fish dog.
And you guys can go to the other one. I'll go to the one that's furthest away because I'm the fastest.
So
Okay.
you're gonna be okay going past the pyre again?
Okay, sure.
He lied.
Eh.
All right. Well, Luca's going to that one. We don't both need to go to this one. We could start heading to the other one.
Go together. It's better to have two pairs of eyes.
Might as well.
Cat looking after Luca, like, should I follow him?
Well, it's better to have two pairs of eyes. So
That's what he said. And the fish dog has no eyes, so unfortunately.
Okay.
It calls to you,
Cat
cat.
jogs after Luca. Wait up.
make sure he breaks fish dog.
Don't we need that?
It'd just
Okay.
upset him.
We'll follow Willow.
Is Varys gonna drive us to? Oh, I see. We're going to this one. Gotcha. Because En's so good at climbing. Should not Luca have gone to this one?
This one, nah. That one has like kind of got like platforms, so it's an easier incline.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
Please roll your athletics checks.
Well, fish dog's
Like-
gone, so I don't have advantage.
I mean,
Nope.
how is fish dog gonna help you climb better? Please explain to
I
me.
don't know.
We're gonna push
Fish
your
dog
ass.
could point me to the legend. No, fish dog could point me to the parts that are climbable. There's a possibility. Look, I can flavor anything.
I think Cat and I will be okay.
Within what Zeke tells me. Ugh.
You guys are useless without me.
God.
Look, Luca, you're the muscle for a reason.
We come back and they're still not fully up the wall. Oh, Cat, I believed in you.
Cat's
help her
having a rough time.
I'll help her up because I'm a gentleman.
Yeah.
She's my best friend.
She'll roll again. That's
There we
better.
go.
Yeah.
Is N giving me athletics advantage? Oh no, you already did one. Never mind.
I did one, and I
N actually succeeds. It's
Yeah.
not that difficult
wow.
to climb. Willow, however, you're
You,
having
however.
a harder time.
and never was
on
able
this
to climb the rope in gym class. You see, that's the problem here.
Yeah.
Yes.
So Willow, you just are slower, I think.
Yeah. Fair.
Um.
More strain.
Yeah. So, and you make it up to the nest before Willow.
All right. Well, I'll go and look at the nest then.
You could also throw down a rope and give Willow
You
advantage.
can help Willow. No, give me the shit.
I guess I could. I didn't know if that was an option for me. What with my one
Yes, it is. Like, you tie it to a rock, not
Yeah.
to
myself.
yourself.
Yes, just pull me off the cliff, Willow. Yeah, sure, I'll do that. My initial thought was I'll give Willow a hand. I'm like, I can't pull my own body weight. What the fuck am I gonna do? Okay, I'll give
Willow will
Willow
look at your hand and
advantage.
be like, really? Okay.
Yeah.
So another athletics check or an advantage
Yes.
athletics check?
I'm gonna say enough time has passed that you can roll another one with advantage.
Wow, that's how long it took me to get up the first.
Well,
Yeah.
That's also how long it took N to get up and set up the rope.
Uh,
Yeah. So N throws down the rope to the lower platform and helps you up the rest of the way. The rocks are slightly damp where you were gripping them, so you didn't have as good a purchase.
yeah. Willow's going to be a little annoyed and like clean their boots off a little on the rock, the edge of the rock, because I feel like it's
Mhm.
dirtied their boots a bit.
Yeah.
it's tough work.
Mm.
Let's hope it's worth it. It's gonna stroll towards the nest.
Make investigation checks, either one with advantage or two separate ones.
I guess separate? What's the vibe?
I'll give Willow advantage.
Okay, I guess it helps why you brought me up here to begin with.
Yep. Wow.
Nice.
Nice.
For that reason,
Nice.
exactly.
Yep.
So, picking through this nest, you find about 11 silver pieces, a dirty lace handkerchief, and a half-finished flask of wine.
Someone didn't get to finish. That's a tragedy.
Mm. You want this? Willow gives the dirty handkerchief towards N.
I think I'll pass. Now the
Yeah, okay,
wine, on
well-
the other hand, no, I'm not touching that.
No, you're not. Yeah, Willow's probably going to head off as if they're going to head back down the rope now.
And Willow, hey, can I ask you something?
Willow backs up a bit. They're probably winding the rope up. I don't think we need it to climb down, right?
No.
Probably not.
Okay. Yeah, then Willow's winding that up. Yes.
Over lunch the other day, you mentioned possibly looking into my, and wiggles their fingers, abilities some more.
The healing magic. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah. Did you mean that?
Yes.
And nods. I just was wondering what your plans would be once we got back to salvage.
Well, that if you want it.
Yeah, I'll take it if you're offering.
That I am.
I appreciate it. Though I'm not quite sure how we're going to test it, since it does seem to require pretty dire straits.
We can test other things, or I can shoot at Luca. Willow looks like they're about to jump off the edge of that thing unless you keep talking.
Why did you try to stop me?
Okay, Willow. Slowly, like they have the moment of like, I could keep walking, I could hop down and just walk away from this, and then they stand back. It's sort of expected this was coming soon, but I'm guessing from killing Roselia.
Yes.
Quick question. Did N say, why did you stop me, or why did you try to stop me?
Try to stop me.
Right. Well, for obvious reasons, I expect.
Enlighten me.
You were upset. Yes?
One word for it.
And she was already dying.
Seems that way.
That specific Rather. How do your hands feel?
And lifts their hand and kind of flexes it. Not insurmountably bad.
Were you aware of that feeling prior to killing Roselia?
Roselia wasn't my first body.
But was it your first? And then Willow makes a throat-slitting gesture.
Specifically that, yes.
I expect that lives taken in that way hold a different weight over someone's conscience. Even if she did. Even if she was who she was. There's a feeling in it that I think is hard to shake.
You know it then. You don't have to answer that. What would
I
you
know
have
it,
done
yes.
with her? You never did answer when I was trying to figure out our options before. I do value your opinion, Willow. But maybe you didn't have an answer.
Somewhat. I have philosophies. They're not very useful in battle. They just make it more difficult to do what needs to be done when it comes down to it. That's part of it. However, I do suppose I wasn't above hurting her as well. I mean, I did shoot back at her. I didn't necessarily care where I aimed.
You also don't want to kill. Is that part of this philosophy?
I really haven't told you much, have I?
Not particularly, though. To be fair, I haven't dug very much.
Yes, but if you lack that insight, oh,
I think if we're going to go forward with anything, potentially killing Bones, I'm kidding. It would be good to know where you stand on these things. I'm quite aware of Luca now. I would just prefer to know.
In an ideal situation, we liaised with her. And I suppose that's where a lot of my thoughts stopped. The problem is I agree with both you and Luca. And I obviously didn't have a clear enough image if I wanted to keep her alive. There's a higher chance she'd be alive, I would have told you.
And
I didn't. Didn't feel passionately enough about it because I hated her. And everything that she could do. Unfortunately, the grief for the hundreds, potentially thousands of people that she inflicted harm upon somewhat outweighs her humanity for me.
I would tend to agree.
But does that make me an executioner? Not really. Does that make you an executioner? Not really.
Well, I
That's
appreciate
why
the
I tried to
grace.
stop you.
Well, thank you for the thought. And I'm sorry you had to see that.
I think you misunderstood.
You didn't seem entirely happy when everything was said and done. You didn't even stick around. Then again, neither did Luca.
What's done is done. Can't be undone. Just have to be okay with it.
Maybe. But doesn't mean I can't apologize for it. If you know it, then you've seen it. Maybe closer than you wanted, and I hate to bring that back to the forefront of your mind.
Hmm. Willow's making a face like that you're kind of on the points, but
Can I insight that for any, further information?
Yeah.
yeah.
Insight, Willow.
Yeah. I think you're
Let's see.
feeling a little bit exposed, and so your courage is failing to peer as closely at Willow as you could potentially. So you don't get a lot of a read in there.
That's okay.
Shall we cut over to Luca and Kat?
Did
For a
I
moment?
answer N's question? I don't know if I answered N's question, huh?
You answered
I
the
did in a
first
roundabout way.
question.
What was the
Yeah.
last question? Yeah. Okay.
We can always come back if you think of
Yeah,
more
cool.
things
Never
to talk
mind.
about.
I'm just thinking. Yeah.
Give Willow a moment to think.
So, yeah. So, Luca and Kat.
Hey.
Please roll an investigation check or a perception check for Fish Dog, and Kat will help Luca look, or rather, Luca will help Kat look, and Kat will roll
Yes.
with advantage. Oops. Okay. In this nest, you find a necklace of animal teeth, it looks like, and a chunk of sort of black rock with little speckles of silver and iridescence in it.
Mm-hmm. Does Fish Dog roll?
Fish Dog has not
Oh.
yet rolled.
I can roll a fish dog perception. 1 sec. I forgot that you had fish dog. Perception.
Yes.
Da 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 da. Whoa, beautiful.
Oh, sweetie.
Fish Dog can't discern anything out of this mess of yucky.
Oh,
Baby.
baby.
I think this is all we're gonna find, Kat says.
Luca nods.
I think Kat glances briefly at the charred remains of the hut.
Do I notice?
Yes.
How are you feeling
Which-
about everything?
I'm just glad you guys are alive.
Yeah. That tends to be the final thought, doesn't it?
Kat sort of shrugs.
If you were N, what would you have done?
I don't know.
Hard to say.
Yeah, I don't think I would have run right after her, but that's because I don't have crazy magic powers, so yeah. Cat shrugs.
I'm glad you're safe too.
Yeah. Oh. You know me. Cats always land on their feet.
I glance at like the edge of the rock face, and I look at her like,
Metaphorically.
I thought that's why you'd make a good boat rope person. Because if you fell,
Topman?
you'd land on your feet. Topman, yep. Top woman,
Top woman.
if you're feeling randy.
She like groans and laughs and like slaps your arm. Come on, let's get back.
Yeah,
There's a bunch more nests to investigate, I think.
I'm sure the others are doing tragically without us.
Oh, of course. So, anything more between N and Willow? Or do you head
Is
back
Anne gonna
to,
say anything?
to reconvene?
Sorry.
Well, if Willow's not saying anything for a spell of time, and we'll probably just take a breath and say, I suppose I will take your offer of further research as a sign that me doing the deed didn't totally tarnish my reputation in your eyes.
Alright. Willow, is like kind of listening as normal, but I feel like they do laugh when N says that. Like they laugh. It's a nose laugh, but it's directed at N, and they look quite flatly at them with a raised brow, like that is the conclusion you've come to.
And stares back. Am I wrong?
Usually.
That's why I need you.
Look. About Roselia. Your decision to kill her was an inevitability of bad planning. Yes, you were forced to make a choice in the absence of a decision. I was after her as well. If I hunted her down and then pulled back at the last moment, then the blood is just on my hands as it is on yours. So if I were to loathe you, well, I would also need to loathe myself. Not to mention, I don't think Luca's aware, but all of us. It doesn't make sense. In fact, I should probably be thanking you. I understand that the things that you did were to keep the team safe, even if they were a bit brash.
That was the hope.
Out of everything, I think the most troubling aspect is that you didn't plan for one inevitability regarding your mind reading and your brain wandering.
Which one?
Your logic about starting it, ending it, doesn't tend to be how it works. As soon as you did what you did, you said, I'll take the fall for it, like anybody was going to let that happen. That is not an option. You plan around that, none of your plans will work. Or other people end up caught in the crossfire. Even Kat, who you've only known for a minute, it's lovely, the nature of living things. They want to help other living things, but during planning, it's a factor that you have to be mindful of. Not everyone is ready to let you go and take the fall. So that, I can tell you, was foolish.
Thanks.
Best to plan around the fact that not everyone is going to throw you at the Keeper's Gate at the first opportunity. Willow's going to start climbing down while they say that.
I'm getting that impression. And we'll follow.
Mhm.
So is that your way of saying we're good?
Oh, yes. Yes, we're good.
And nods.
So, you all reconvene
Mhm.
towards the base of the reef. Cat points a thumb over his shoulder. Should we just walk across to the other one? It's not that far.
Sure.
Don't see why not.
You mosey across. Any conversations that you have on your way over there, or is it just like comparing notes on what you found?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eyes forward, avoiding the big corpse, charred corpse pile.
Luckily, that is elevated enough that you can simply walk past it.
Yeah.
Moving you all to the top island.
Nice.
Looks like there's a couple big ones, Cat says.
Yeah, we tried to look through those ones, and it's gonna point to the 3-nest tower there.
Yeah.
But we weren't really in the best of mind when we did.
Oh, just as well. Who wants to take the... She points at the, like, tall single one.
I can do that one.
All by yourself?
I grab fish dog out of the air and then point to it.
I guess that works.
Yep, Willow's
then.
not going to oppose.
Okay, everybody roll athletics checks.
Oh,
Oh no, God.
good thing I'm alone.
Back here again.
I'm up here on my own. I came this way. Give me fish dog. Let me take him.
Can fish dog? No, fish dog can't give you advantage, huh?
No, not on athletics checks, I'm afraid.
Yeah.
It is a flippin' baseball.
Look, it's a very special baseball.
More
So
like
you
a
didn't know what
soccer
baseball
ball.
was. It's more like a no. It's like a softball, I'd say. Oh no, like a some. I don't know.
A softball is like a baseball.
The softballs are
Yeah.
much bigger than
Yes.
baseballs.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
Yes.
I thought they were the same.
No.
I think it's a
slightly bigger.
baseball.
Like the size of your
Smaller than
hand.
what
Smaller.
you're thinking. Tennis ball-ish.
Oh, no, I was thinking
Yeah.
of softball then.
You're thinking of a softball, yeah. We've only ever
Yeah.
used softballs at school. Yeah.
Anyway, comparative size of spherical objects aside. Luca, you
I beef it,
Aw.
right? I beef it.
you I think you do. I will roll.
I come back with damage and they're like,
Why
where the hell did you get
why
that?
2D? I wanted 1d6, not 2. Sorry. You while you are climbing up, you try and put your foot on a particularly crumbly bit of rock and just slide down.
No.
Sort of scrape your front.
Oh.
It's you get cut up a bit by the
Great.
harsh things. So roll again.
Oh,
Do
okay.
I take damage?
You literally take 4 damage.
Nice.
Oh, dude. So lucky we're not there. Fish dog's gonna beat
Yeah.
boop at you. Like, oh no, you're falling.
There we go.
Yeah, well, now that you've scattered the loose rock away, you take a little more care climbing to the top. Willow and Kat are up there already and looking about, and you are
I'm thoughtful.
struggling.
Thoughtful.
Which one is it?
I'm lost in thought. Okay. I'm totally climbing this slowly on purpose.
And got like a few feet up and then couldn't find a handhold and is now just like looking at the cliff face like,
Fucking bane of my existence. I climbed this better when I was fucking traumatized.
you weren't thinking as much, I
man.
guess.
Well, if En's stuck down here, En's gonna look in the direction of where Roselia died.
Well,
You know what? If you're going to wait, are you looking over there?
Over.
En's at the base of the cliff. You're
Yeah.
already up
Yeah.
there.
No, but is N looking that way? Like,
Yeah, towards where Roselia died.
yeah. Willow's probably going to wave at you and gesture around the other way, like, or just like toss you a rope or something.
Yeah.
They just want to keep you away from, so you don't go over there and just lose your mind again.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, Willow's probably going to affix a
A rope to a stone.
and toss it back to you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh boy, not again.
Give it another go.
Tie it around
Okay.
yourself. Me and Willow can pull you up.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's probably the better plan. When will.
Roll with advantage. It's a lower DC.
Yeah.
Not great for someone rolling ones and twos though.
That's better.
There you go.
I rolled 120.
Yay.
Cool. So you're all up here now.
Yay.
Yay.
Individual checks, or is somebody giving somebody else advantage?
Oop.
It's shitting time.
Oops.
I'll give Willow
Is that
advantage.
Sissel? Okay.
Yes, this
Yeah.
is just left.
And I guess Kat can do her own check.
Sure.
Nice.
Nice. Cool. Kat's not the best at investigation. She has keen eyes, but
Hmm.
Oh.
hey, decent.
Well.
Nicely done.
Okay, so these nests seem a lot fuller than the previous ones. So these two down here you find. Willow, you find 21 silver pieces, a metal whistle, an iridescent scale, a brass sextant, which is used
Ooh.
for taking astronomical measurements at sea,
Ah.
a silver smoking pipe, a patch of chainmail, and some scattered glass beads.
I actually
Wow.
considered a sextant when I was trying to figure out what to get Willow as a gift.
Aw,
So
cute.
Do we have a
Sorry,
list
got my
of
mind.
like what of these things is like the stuff
Personal
of the
effects?
Jenny?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Kat has an idea of like what will be stuff. It's just that you're
Hmm.
collecting everything for now.
Hmm.
And Kat finds fragments of a shattered sword, an ivory game piece, a jade beaded necklace, some broken spectacles, and Kat pulls out what looks like some lacy lingerie that have been like
Oh.
stuffed into the nest material. Is like, whoa.
Huh.
Hmm.
Fancy meeting you here.
I don't remember any of the harpies being dressed up for the occasion, but I suppose.
I don't think they wore clothes. Like, it was all feathers.
Yes, it was
Pretty
indeed
much.
all feathers. That was indeed a joke.
Cat looks like vague, sort of squints to herself and is like, would they?
No cat.
Considering how it was stuffed into the nest, either no or yes, and they wanted to keep it their deep dark secret.
uh,
This is a terrible line of thought to go down. She shakes her
Horrible.
head. I don't
We
know if
haven't
we
got
should
enough to deal
keep
with.
this. I don't think this is a personal effect that should be.
Shared around.
Yeah.
no.
It's someone's deep
I
dark
think I'm gonna
secret, so
leave. Yeah,
burial, let's
I
see.
think I'll leave. Yeah, I think I'm gonna leave this to the elements. She drops the lingerie set back into the pile of filth.
Pats it down.
No, she just drops it.
No, I'm joking. That'd be gross if you were patting it in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Luca, make an investigation check. Fish dog gives you advantage.
Hey. This is gonna go well. Oh, an advantage. I'll roll again.
Okay. Pouring through it, you find a good chunk of coinage. Maybe like 9 gold,
Oh,
a pile of silver, 3 glass vials of perfume.
I will sniff each one.
They are all the same.
Oh,
A black silk eye patch. And a necklace of azurite.
ooh. Not a bad haul, I say to the little fish dog.
Yeah. This nest is like quite large and important looking, you guess, judging by both the contents, the size, and the general pride of place that it has.
This must be the sisters. One of them at least. I say to fish dog.
Beep boop.
Wait, can I put the necklace on fish dog? Like hang it from it?
You can try. I think it like slips off or like doesn't fit very well. So it probably just like hangs there for a second as the little fins sort of whir around and hover.
Oh.
And then it slips and fish dog beeps an alarm as it
Oh,
fails to hold onto it.
something fell.
Oop.
Basically, is what fish
Yeah.
dog's doing. Uh-oh.
I'll buy you
Uh-oh.
something pretty next time.
Beep boop.
Okay.
Can fish dog charge at your face? Not, not in a mean way. Like, can fish dog float near Luca? I just feel
Yeah.
like it floating near him, closer to him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Can I have a deep and
hate
meaningful
fish dog
conversation
last
with
round.
fish dog?
You can absolutely, if you want to. It can't listen,
Yes.
but
I mean, it can listen, but it can't speak back.
Yeah.
It can just beep sympathetically at you.
yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need, you know?
Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I can't do it. I have to talk to Secret Elsa.
Okay.
Oh, I tried to talk to a robot instead of my therapist, but I can't do it.
I need my therapist.
Somehow
Aw.
this is not the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Okay. One last nest to look through. Willow, you take the lead?
Yep. Someone giving me advance?
Sure.
Cat can boost you, I guess, and's not going to.
Yeah.
Nice. Wait, investigation or athletics?
Investigation. I'm gonna let your previous athletics check ride.
Nice. Sweet as.
Cool. So, looking through this nest, definitely one of the harpy sister matriarchs there. It's large with evidence of many mates and eggs past, and the edges are decorated with the bones of her victims, as well as probably some of the most precious trinkets on here. You find a jasper pendant, a piece of obsidian, a matched rapier and dagger sheath that are decorated with thread of gold, a woolen mantle trimmed with lynx fur, a set of ivory dice with copper pips, 130 silver pieces, and 30 gold pieces.
Whoa.
Yeah.
I think the
Hella
bribe
treasure.
just got a little.
Definitely bribe bones with some of that.
Well, if it's not the personal effects, but yeah, definitely the money.
Money.
The
and
money,
the
at
stuff.
least.
Yeah. Put that into our budget.
Yeah.
By the way, Luca, your chunk of silver, I think, amounts to about 78 silver pieces.
Oh shit! Are we adding these to our wallets, or are we going to get a list and?
You are going to pool, but it would be good if you could take notes.
I did. The only one I missed was the fourth nest. The silver. I didn't catch how much silver I got from that. Otherwise, I got the rest. Of my own, anyway.
Yeah. It was 21 silver pieces from the nest with the sextant in it.
Yep. So I got 16, 11, 21. Yep. Okay. Plus 130.
I think the only thing I've personally found was the cinnamon.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Cool.
Good.
Is that everything? Cat calls out.
Looks like it.
So.
Cool. Let's head back down then. Cat waves to Luca from across the way.
Luca waves back enthusiastically, like a Pokemon player.
Aw.
Looks kind of rough. Think something happened to him?
Don't point it out, even so.
Hope he better not have ruined that coat.
Mm-hmm.
You know, disregarding the 2 fireballs he took to the face, it's probably left a couple marks on the thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll head back.
Anyway, you head back. Carefully descending, you head back down. Are you crossing over the galleon to get to the scrap bucket?
We might as well. That's up to you guys, really. Willow will probably look back and check.
We were on there
And
before, and
say,
there's no problem.
yeah.
We crossed it, Virus
probably-
crossed it. If anything was going to jump out and eat
Yeah.
one of us, probably would have done it by now.
Yeah, Willow will gesture to you guys and say, fancy a preview of things to come? In other words, you guys happy to go across the boat?
Don't see
Looking
why
nice.
not.
Yep, fine by me.
Gonna insight check Luca, considering he was so scruffed up. Insight?
Sure.
Does fish dog give me advantage?
No.
I might as well too,
Eh.
just because I see
Looks
he's
like
so roughed
Luca
up.
has some. Luca has some mud on him.
No.
He probably slipped.
What's my passive deception?
Your It's plus 10 to whatever your value is. I think the only thing those two see really is
Yeah.
that you probably slipped is why you're scuffed up.
Cool.
Liar. All right. Cool. Well, I think Willow will lead up, like show you basically how to climb onto this boat if they can.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yep.
And recalls.
Yeah. Athletics.
Yes.
Be embarrassing if I fail now. Lucky I
Please.
didn't.
Yes. It's fine. It's not that difficult. It's just that it's more of a you need to make a check if you are in combat
Yeah.
to do things quickly.
Yeah.
If you take your time, it's not that hard.
Cool.
So, and you just have to be careful that not more than like one person is crossing it at a time.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Was these enough?
Okay.
So we'll file on up.
So you file on up to the good fortune one at a time.
I take Fish Dog with me because he's my best
Yes.
friend.
No. So, the top deck of the Good Fortune sits about 5 feet above the waterline. The surface is weather-beaten and damaged in several places. The foremast and mainmast are damaged, but still standing with rotting scraps of sail. The mizzenmast has snapped and fallen down into the main deck. There's the notable slope to the ship, which leans forward and starboard, but not enough to make traversing it dangerous. At the back of the ship, there is the wheelhouse, which you guys are standing sort of behind. It is in a similar state to most of the rest of the ship, but the doors are still in place.
Mm,
Gonna lean over
kind
to Willow and be like, "See anything you like?"
Yes, I believe that's what my plan was about this morning.
Well, we didn't talk about stuff on top of the boat.
Oh, I see. Well,
Like, did you want to take anything now?
Mim's going to say no. I imagine it's just scrap. I haven't really looked, I guess.
You have not looked.
Okay.
If you make a perception check.
Yep. Let's say this fish dog was doing a sweep of the boat as well to see what there's.
Yes. So, while you can't see very well into the wheelhouse on account of the glass is like covered in years of dust and rain and grime, what you do manage to see through the foggy window is there looks to be the outline of a wheel in there, a helm of some kind, and maybe some banged up furniture. The doors appear to be locked, however. From
How
the,
locked?
the
Like
inside. Like, pickable.
Oh, okay. And there's obviously no indication from here. It's too hard to see through about the helm still being attached to the elemental kind of thing.
Yeah, you would have to
Imperative
get
that-
up close. Yeah.
Yeah.
Other than that, like, if you look through any of the holes in the floor, you can see sort of down into the deck. It's obviously like lightly flooded. I say lightly. There's about a foot of water or 30 centimeters of water swishing around on the main deck. And while it is dark in there, and there's no like real light sources inside the boat, it doesn't look like there's anything noticeably dangerous there. It just looks like a mess.
Hmm.
While Willow's doing that, and is still like noticing Luca's roughed up, and they kind of squint to themselves, and like Luca's probably looking somewhere else, and just like places a hand on like his back shoulder blade, and then takes
And
it
he
away.
jumps.
Oh no.
Sorry.
What's that? What? What was
Just
everything okay?
just a test. Don't worry about it.
I'm all better.
Yep.
I can
Safety.
actually drag you over to the map, at least for the top deck, so you can get a better look at
Yeah.
what's there.
Ooh.
Yes. I was gonna say Willow might start kind of like sending fish dog floating around, like a cursory glance,
Mm-hmm.
since we've asked.
Yeah. You can send fish dog down to the main deck if you like.
I would.
Obviously, fish dog would be self-directing at this point since you wouldn't be able to see that well.
Yeah.
Where are you
Hmm.
sending fish dog through?
I think fish dog may first go into this hole with the light on and just kind of skim around. The one I'm standing next
This
to.
one? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Make a perception check with fish dog.
Oh.
Cool. Yeah. Looks like a closed corridor filled with doors. This might be where captains and officers' quarters would be.
Hmm.
Relatively
Okay.
empty.
So relatively empty, just messy.
Yeah. There's closed doors. Is what fish
Okay.
dog reports back after doing a skim.
Yeah. All right. Is there anywhere else? Can I go poke? Can I send fish dog down the stairs?
Yeah. The stairs are
Sweet.
sort of covered in wreckage, but because fish dog can fly, it doesn't necessarily have a problem with that. So it just floats
Yes.
down and has a look around. From what you can see above, there are several cannons, arcane cannons in terrible condition, just from a glance. And actually, let me read out. So
Would Willow want one of those?
they're a bit heavy.
Are they Luca carryable?
No.
It's more the
Ah.
scrap bucket.
Oh, right, okay. The boat itself can't handle the weight of the cannon.
Put
Also,
the cannon on and
you
sinks.
probably can't. Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
think Luca can lift 200 pounds of metal
On his own.
on
100
his
pounds,
own.
that's all- I mean, he could probably bench it, but not like carry it around a boat.
No.
What can you bench, bro? Oh, like a whole arcane cannon, bro.
Yeah.
It's hard, dude.
Fuck's sake.
That's
Anyway.
only like 100 kilos. Yeah.
All right. Okay, hubris. Still not putting it on my boat, so.
Yeah.
I'm just trying
Yeah,
to get
Willow-
you nice things.
Don't. Willow literally said, "Don't do this for me."
Why else
Alright.
would they do it?
For all the other reasons stated, do not do it. For fuck's sake. Anyway, yeah, Willow's gonna just keep checking various holes in the boat. Can I check this one?
That one is underwater.
Can fish dog?
So
not
fish dog-
swim?
Fish dog does not have a swimming speed. However, fish dog can go underwater.
Right.
So
Chuck
fish
it
dog would
down.
be able to go under the water, but it would not be able to move quickly, let's say.
Mm. Can I let
Is
it plunge and then just rotate and have a quick like is it going to basically if you wiggle something in front of a sea monster and see if it gets eaten? Can I do that?
Mhm. Yeah.
With fish dog?
Yeah, you direct fish dog to do a sweep of the lower deck. Give me a perception check again.
Nice. I also imagine that fish dog did its little like whir up and then like dives with a little bloop as
Yeah.
it goes into all of its things angled to break the surface of the water. It's very cute.
Yeah.
Then it fails me. Like a sucker.
So, fish dog submerges, is down there for about 5 minutes when it comes splashing back out of the water and flies back up to Willow and reports that it's just full of water. Nothing of interest, according to fish dog. There was water and doors and lots of broken stuff.
Well, the fact that it returned is a sign in itself.
I imagined Willow like smacking it with the butt of their fist. Like, do better next time.
I imagine them flicking it. So yes. Like a light flick on the underside just so it wobbles a little off course, but nevertheless. It
It's so
did
mean.
return, so it served that purpose. Fish dog is not a living thing.
It looks like one.
That's your problem.
It's a circle. Yeah, any other
A happy
little-
circle.
It's a
She
happy
could
circle.
describe Kirby.
Can I? I'm just gonna like. Can I just quickly check all these other little like? Willow wants to be thorough before you guys go down there. Oh, I could have checked in the helm room. There's a hole in the top of that too. I guess I wouldn't have found it. Could I have?
I mean-
Can I retroactively do that?
No, because I don't think you would have seen that hole on account of you haven't climbed any of the masts.
Yeah, fair.
You are not 10 feet tall.
I know. Regrettably.
But yes, you can send fish dog down into this hole.
Yes.
Fish dog pops down, comes back up, empty, but there's a really big hole that goes further down
Oh,
into the
that might be
water.
wished. Yeah, okay. Big hole goes further down at the...
This
at
is
bow of
the place.
stern.
This is the bow. This is where the Blackfin had crashed into the Good Fortune.
Yeah. Yep. And I guess I might as well just check the other two while we're here, which is this one and this one. There's also that
Those
one.
are the previously explored areas,
Ah, okay. Gotcha.
so
Well,
nothing new
okay.
from them.
Yep. And I'll just send it like once just bloop, into the water itself and see if there's anything floating around there. Also, I would just look over the board and see if what else
yeah.
is down there.
On this side of the ship, it looks like it's just normal reef stuff. Everything below the waterline of the Good Fortune on the exterior at least seems to be pretty heavily encrusted with like barnacles and other sessile sea creatures.
Sessile.
As in, don't move.
Ah, okay. I might take my glasses off and have a look at the water too. No, it's gonna be quite bright. Can I just insight the water? Do you guys want to look at the water too?
Sure. I mean, if Willow's looking and might
You
take a
can
cursory
make a
glance.
perception. You can. This would be a perception check.
Yeah.
What are you?
Oh,
what are you?
Can give me advantage, I guess.
What are you looking for?
Any evidence of like just general creatures.
There's fish down there.
Any giant sharks?
Hmm.
I'm pretty good at spotting those.
No giant sharks.
I want to join in.
No
on
giant
this.
sharks.
I
Cat's
do wanna
gonna
get there too.
go take a look at the other side.
Oh, cool. I was also wanting to. Nice.
Oh, there's a massive hole on this side, Cat says,
Oh.
Massive what? Sorry.
below the water.
A massive what?
Hole. Like,
A hole, you say?
yeah.
Huh. Wonder what caused that. Well. Wonder
Willow
what
gives you a
caused that.
Yeah, Willow might send Fish Dog down to perceive that hole.
Okay. Fish dog skitters down into the water. Give me a
Perception
fish
check?
dog perception check.
I believe in you, little guy.
Wow.
Yeah, okay. After a couple minutes, Fish Dog returns and describes the breadth of the hole, which is about this long at its
Oh, wow.
lowest point.
Wow.
Yep.
And it is like right at the seafloor.
Hmm.
That would do it.
Does that mean it? Does that mean something made its way in, or something made its way out?
Can I just ask, Zeke, is this likely where Roselia exploded the
Yeah.
ship?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the fireball.
It's how Roselia sunk
Okay.
the ship. She used one of those fireball beads on the side and makes like explosion fingers.
Maybe more than one.
It's pretty sizable.
Definitely wanted to sink the thing.
Jeez.
Hmm.
Cat pats the railing of the ship, sadly.
Aww. If Lucas sees that, he's like, "Oh no, the boat has feelings."
Luca.
Can Luca get over here on the map? I feel like I like the idea of us all looking over the side. I don't know. I know it doesn't
Yeah.
need to be, but I just think it's cute.
Yeah.
Get over here. Yeah. Can I make I feel like the vibe's kind of grave.
It's not
Watery
that grave.
grave.
It's just sort of like,
My vibe's kind of
Alright.
grave for a moment.
yeah, it's like a. Ugh.
Mm.
Cat pats the side of the boat sympathetically. Then pulls away. Looks like the sun's almost overhead.
That means we're gonna have a guest soon.
Exactly.
Probably be there to
We
meet
should
them.
speak with. We should get there before.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's
We're
head
gonna
back.
Start back.
And we'll push off the railing and follow.
Hi.
Wait, where are you going?
Willow fell off the side of the map.
Oh god.
Let's go.
Whoosh.
We need to talk to the Varus. We have new information
Yep.
to report back.
What?
What Willow found,
Don't-
which isn't much, but
Yeah.
Everything
That's
we just-
information.
did. And what we found, the fact that we can use it to bribe bones and
Mhm.
just refining that section of the plan, kind of thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
playing with your gold in your hands?
Oh, do you hear that sound?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh. Well.
Were you
Okay.
playing with your gold?
Yeah, I guess so. It was
Let's
a
say
bracelet.
yes.
Yeah, it did sound like one.
Willow was
I tossed
playing
it over
with
my
her.
shoulder.
Okay.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
you return to the scrap bucket. with your findings. You spread out the little stuff on the table, and Kat starts sorting through it.
Mhm.
So, what all have you found?
Cinnamon.
Hmm?
Cinnamon.
Yeah.
Oh. Cinnamon. Look, I can only scribe so fast, but we got like bone whistle, iron keys, dirty handkerchief, flask of wine, brass sextant, silver smoking pipe, glass beads, jasper pendant, obsidian thing, rapier sheath, matching dagger sheath, harpy
Mhm.
nests. Nope, that was just a random note. Dice. Yeah, and I got 30 gold and 178 silver.
Cool. Kat sorts through them and picks out the jasper pendant, the rapier and dagger sheaths, the ivory game piece, the spectacles, the silver smoking pipe, the eye patch, the necklace of animal teeth, and the lace handkerchief and the bone whistle as
Mhm.
personal effects from the Jenny.
Oh,
Nice,
good.
nice.
Okay. Ooh. So
And the rest
there's a
is
fair few
treasure.
that is pleasure. All right. Well, put that in a pile. I also think that Willow would have opened up the map, their self-drawn map of the galleon, and they've like
Mhm.
marked what each of the holes was, and like what was in it. The value of the money. Wait, quickly, how many gold to how many silver to a gold again? 10?
Yeah, 10 silver to a gold.
So quick maths things. If I have 178 silver, do I have 17 gold? No. Yeah. No.
Yes.
Yes.
100
Yes. Yeah.
You have 17
Yes.
gold
Plus
and
8
8
silver.
silver.
Yep. Yep.
Yes.
30G plus 17G plus 8S. Cool.
Doesn't take much to make the 100.
Willow was already willing to offer about 50. So that's kind of balanced it out.
Mm-hmm.
Decent bribe.
40. Hmm.
I don't mind offering a bit of my own just to make sure it works.
Maximum 100. What else? So it's 47 gold on account of the people here don't want to have the treasure in the chest. Have we looked in? We don't have access to the chest yet.
Not yet, no.
Willow doesn't want him to have what's in the chest until they know what's in the chest, because if it's Rosilia, it might be weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Then do we need to bribe
You know what's
for the
funny?
chest?
No, Captain Varys already negotiated something for it.
That's after we've searched the galleon.
Question to Zeke: do we need to bribe for the chest?
No, but you will most likely split the contents between the crews. According to typical pirate rules, which is quantities of shares.
Yeah. Yeah, you know what's funny? I have 53 gold, and we got 47 gold. So if I literally combined all of my money and all of that money, if my maths is correct, I would have
Yes.
100 gold exact, which is odd. That's odd maths.
And is willing to give you gold.
So is Luca.
Willow doesn't want to accept that. Willow hardly wants to accept that you guys are coming.
It makes it effective. It's better than failure.
No, it's 100 gold.
Varys said at least 100 gold. So that means he should have more?
It
I don't
means
know
be
why I say
prepared
he,
to go.
because I was talking about Willow.
I'll go with anything. But anyway,
Yeah.
the 100 at least.
A 100 is a good base. We can always push for more if we seem to need it, but we shouldn't offer everything right out the gate. We should see if we need to
No.
sweeten the deal first before we show our
Yes.
entire hand.
Yeah.
We could offer 80 at first, and when they go, no, then, oh, look, I found another 10, all that kind of thing.
Yeah. Hell, you could probably start with 50.
I agree.
Work our way up.
We won't have to seem too wealthy. We are, in fact, on a fishing
scrap
boat.
bucket.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's that.
Did we pull the favor for a whole chest?
Is Varys here? Can we ask him?
Sure, Varys is just outside, so you can ask him for negotiations.
Hmm.
It's really straining our luck to ask for so much.
We saved their lives.
That's why I'm even suggesting it. We pull the favor for the treasure chest to ensure that they don't run away with anything that we wouldn't want them to. And we are flexible about the plan for the elemental,
If there is one.
if there is one. The flexibility includes us just not having to deal with it.
Indeed. So,
We've got a bribe, and maybe we can pull the favor to get the whole chest.
got an approach.
At the very least, you could ask to see the contents of the chest first.
Yeah, let Willow do the once over. All your detect magic and whatever else.
You know it is magically trapped, so you could say that you need some time to disable it.
That's a good
I could.
angle. Give us some time with it.
They won't know what's missing. Willow seems a little, odd, I guess, about the whole galleon thing, I guess. Now,
My insight check, Willow, then.
you can. They're less perky than they were at breakfast.
I'll give it a go.
What
Do
does
I
N
tell you
see?
what's... Wow. I don't know if it's clear to the others. Willow didn't want to have to plan around you guys. They are planning around you guys. But the fact that we haven't gleaned much from the top deck of the ship, nor like a fish dog cursory glance, has made this all seem quite dangerous. And there's just a kind of hesitance. But they are also set. It's like, it's hard to say.
Yeah.
They look focused and determined, but they also look like bothered, burdened, nervous as well.
Well,
I wouldn't say nervous. Yeah.
you should
Tense.
be prepared that the people around you want to help you, Willow.
Yeah, they're prepared. That's the problem.
They're preparing.
Yeah.
Take your own advice.
They are. That's why they're tense.
Oh.
Hmm.
So, we pick back up with Bones and 2 members of the crew of the Blackfin, 2 male human pirates arriving. You all are once again on the scrap bucket as their crew arrives.
Is Willow back in gill form?
Suppose so.
As Varys watches them arrive, he asks, "Should I head down with you? Would you rather I stay here?"
Is Cat staying? I can't recall.
Cat is staying,
Right.
Hmm.
and the other 2 bandits are, or rather, the other 2 are likely not going underwater.
Hmm.
They're here to row.
Right.
God, I was thinking I should have spoken to Varys briefly before Bones came, but I guess while he's approaching on the horizon,
Yeah.
Willow's deep in thought. Can I make some sort of consult my brain for this? Oh, fuck. I did plan for Varys. I'm just like, now that it's here, it's like, nah.
It would be a way to
You don't want to
check
bring.
the. You can
your
check
uncle.
from up, right? Up above the waterline.
You can check from up.
And-
It's a
and we could
matter of
just
what he
send-
matters.
Then we can
What-
send him
check?
back.
But did he just say if you want to come at all with us or go underwater?
He's talking underwater.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Above the surface, it'll be good if he comes, if he checks. But if we don't glean enough from that, then it would probably be wiser if he comes because you guys are going to be under the water as well. That's the logic. But then that also puts him at risk. And he's asking me specifically. Sorry, just speed running my thought process.
The reason why Varys is asking Willow if they want him along is because it seems like Willow has a plan, even if Mim doesn't. It seems like Willow has
I
some
do.
idea of how to deal
Yeah.
with the elemental
Will-
themselves. And Varys is basically asking, do you actually have a plan? Or do you want me to actually come down and talk with the elemental if there is one?
I will say, Willow, there is a plan, it's just not ideal. Willow's plan, if Varys isn't there, is reckless. If that recklessness leads to the other people who will not leave Willow alone to do this, it puts them in a line of fire, then it's probably ideal to have Varys there and reduce everyone's possibility of damage rather than the... Yeah, so I guess, yes, if I'm measuring it up that way. Yeah? Does that sound reasonable? Brain
Yes.
cells? Yeah. Okay. It's the
Ramen,
N
Sarah,
shifted
would you
the
like
plan
to?
rather. Yeah. Does
Yeah,
that make sense?
if it's
Yeah, that sounds fine.
yeah to keep the recklessness down. Sounds like a good plan.
Yeah. Willow can be reckless on their own, but for as much as N said, yes, they can't anymore. So they'll have to put Varys in a potentially bad situation in order to do this. Yes, that is the plan. Okay.
All right.
Then they will look at Varys and say, "Are you comfortable too?"
He nods.
Then yes, please.
Bones arrives. Varys greets them.
I put my hat on.
The 4 of us will be joining you for the salvage expedition. The rest, I assume, are staying above the waterline. Bones nods. Varys says, then let's have at it. And you all head over to the Good Fortune. I will grab... those of you that are going. And set you up for the map. I now need to open Captain Varys's character sheet.
Yes.
Hmm.
It begins. So,
Okay.
you are once again atop the top deck of the Good Fortune. 2 sets of stairs lead down to the main deck. The northern set is blocked by rubble that will take some time to clear properly. Bones folds their arms and says,
I'll hang back behind. Just keep an eye on you. There's more of you around. Wouldn't want to interfere with the team dynamic.
Varys nods. So, Willow,
Well
Luca,
then.
N.
Yeah.
Bones is
okay.
basically going to let you guys do the heavy lifting until they feel the need to step in.
All
Okay,
right then.
excellent.
That solves that problem for now. And we'll follow
For
up.
now. Yep. Cognate will nod, tip their hat at him like thank you, and then start wandering around, looking way more aimless than they are.
En's just gonna keep an eye out for hazards
Mm-hmm.
and follow Willow.
All right.
Boop, boop, boop.
I think Varys is walking a little more decisively, although he is taking cues from the rest of you. So are you heading down onto the main deck?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Then let me reveal the area.
Yeah!
Yeah.
Here we go!
Woo! Here we go. Oh, downstairs. I see.
Yes.
I see. Okay.
Let me describe.
Yes.
Descending the stairs onto the main deck of the Good Fortune, you find the bombard in disarray. The floor is submerged in at least a foot of water, murky seawater, with half of the mizzenmast snapped and jutting out under the gangway. Small sea creatures have started to making their homes in the wet timbers, and there's a lingering smell of decay. And though it is difficult to see, there are 7 arcane frost cannons, much in the same design as the one that you saw Roselia make, or use of. Rather, let me scoot you all down a level.
Makes
Bones will
sense.
stay up here. That have rolled to the side that the ship is listing. There are doors as well. You can see one door to the west, and one door to the east, as well as a stairway down below the waterline, leading into the depths of the ship. Where would you like to go first?
You know where we should have gone first? The wheelhouse.
Well, you're here now.
Oh, I didn't realize it would take us to a whole new area, because I was actually going to ask Varys to go look, but,
You can always go back.
yeah, I was keen. I figure we should check that first, while the plan was to check the water. We didn't. We were going to check the helm.
The doors are locked, is what you know, so you need somebody who can
Yeah.
pick locks.
Oh, if we need
Any of you
that,
guys
I'll
know
give
how
it.
to?
I'll give it a go. Yeah, if we want to investigate the wheelhouse, and we'll try to pick the lock, then we can go. We can like poke our heads down there and just say, 1 second. We'll check the areas
Yeah,
above
I guess
water
we'll-
first.
Yeah. I kind of. Well, sorry. What I imagined was, like if I go down here and you two go check the helm. What is it called? Wheelhouse.
Wheelhouse.
You two,
Yeah.
as in me and Varys.
I was imagining. Sorry, Sarah. What are you gonna say?
Oh, just that I could kick the door down if it's rotten enough.
That
Why
too,
would
I
we
guess.
go together? You two seem like you would know
We
more
can-
of what's of import.
Yeah.
Okay, we can. Yeah, cool.
Okay, and Varys will Luca will stay down here. Where's Fish Dog staying?
Sorry. Does Varys not want to come to the wheelhouse?
No, it just assumed that you were splitting the party. Or should we
if
just
I was going-
rewind the whole like going down the stairs bit?
I don't. Yeah. I was
Okay.
going to step down the stairs, peek around, and come back, but then since we
Okay, please, when you enter an area, please communicate what you intend to do, because otherwise I'm assuming you're just entering the area and
Yeah,
continuing forward.
Yeah, I tend to assume, like in games, you can enter a room and then backtrack, but
You can backtrack. You can backtrack. It's just that the way you described it just now made it sound like you were just going to go down first and then come back later.
partly forgot to. So yeah, I just was like,
Okay.
wait, this was my plan, but there's the Varys brought up the helm thing.
Okay.
Sorry, I assumed we were starting at the top of the ship, and since Willow came down, I was like, okay, that must be the top of the ship that we investigate. So
No. Bones not following us made me go, okay, hurry downstairs, and then I was like, wait, the freaking the wheelhouse. So anyway, however we
No,
spin
Bones
it,
is following you just at a distance.
Yeah.
Bones is keeping all of you within their line of sight.
Yeah.
yeah.
Unfortunately. But anyway. Yeah. Are we kicking it down, or should I try my lockpicks on it?
You can try your lockpicks on it.
I'll give it a go, and then if that fails, Luca can apply a boot to it.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
Yep.
hey,
You managed to successfully pick the door to the wheelhouse. Okay, we're just gonna say that you didn't go downstairs yet.
Yes.
And I'll
Cool.
redo that. So you head over to the wheelhouse with everybody. Bones trailing slightly behind.
And picks the lock and like gently pushes the door open, stands up, and like bows and extends their arms to the open door for Willow.
Mm-hmm. So, inside is a very weathered room. There is a hole in the roof that has clearly let in the rain and elements. Maybe some errant bird nests that are no longer occupied by birds. And a dirtied wind of wheel and water attached to the helm of the wheelhouse, of the helm within. Broken and water-damaged furniture is all that remains in the interior, and there is a trapdoor in the southwestern corner of the room.
Is it locked?
Is that locked?
Yeah.
Hello.
Yes.
We both go over
Well,
to
make a perception check. does appear to be closed,
Oops.
locked.
Hello.
Yeah, as far as you can tell, it is stuck shut. From
Did you say
the
a
other
dirty
side.
wheel of wind and water?
Of wind and water, yes.
Yeah, what is
A
that?
wheel of wind
special?
and water is the magical item that makes a elemental vessel go. It's the interface. It's one of the interface pieces between the elemental matrix and the pilot or navigator.
I'm going to nod to Varys to come in here. Did he want to have a
He
look at
follows. Yeah.
it? Mm.
En's gonna nudge the lock
Do
on
his
the
thing.
trapdoor with their foot just to see if anything happens.
Mm-hmm.
Is N
Nothing
able
happens.
to try and
It is
pick that?
En's open to picking that.
no. It
Oh.
is unpickable because there is no lock on this side. It is closed
Yeah, the
from the
lock's
other
on
side.
the
Right.
underneath, right?
Yep.
Gotcha.
Okay, well, we can break it then. Looks at Luca. Sit on it.
What if I fall through?
Sit on it! We could we break it? Try and break it?
You could try and break it. It will take some doing.
Right.
It is a reinforced trapdoor.
Does Varys glean anything in terms of like
Uh,
what he was mentioning regarding the elemental?
Yeah, Varys will investigate.
Go, Captain Varys.
Hey!
Varys sort of runs his hand over the wheel, then shakes his head. Disconnected.
Oh,
Couldn't tell you anything.
you know that much.
The wheel itself is in good working order.
How hard is that to lift? Like just as a general observation.
You would need to tinker it out of place, basically, to safely remove it.
That can be a later run project, I think. And we can't break open the trapdoor. If we do, it's going to take... What would it take to break open the trapdoor? Oh, we know that the elemental isn't beneath it.
Either very, like, an intense application of strength, or literally breaking it down with force, like dealing damage to it.
Can I attack it?
Yeah.
Pull out my sword and like stab it?
Yeah.
You can do that. You could also make an athletics check.
Yeah.
Or try and find another way in.
Do we
I
want
will.
to?
I probably will request from... There you go.
Luca just like kicks it and see what's going on.
It's
can pull
the
it.
trapdoor is incredibly sturdy.
Okay.
It does not give under even your dedicated
No.
kicking.
That's impressive.
Not even Lucas badonkadonk.
Luca boot resistant.
Not many things are.
That's why I call it impressive. I feel like most of the wood in this ship would fall apart if you kicked it.
And yet it did not. This must be something worth hiding down there.
Now, maybe we can find another angle and kick in a wall or something.
What if I break the wood that the lock is connected to?
Like the floor?
Yeah.
Like, or the wall, whatever. The floor, I assume.
Do you really want to break the floor that we're all standing upon?
Like if Varys like a big-eyed lip sucked in like
Likelihood is that leads down to the bridge.
There are other ways.
And Willow might start heading out now. I perceive the room already, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Alright.
I think
The main
there's-
thing of interest would be the wind of wheel and water.
Yeah, the wheel of wind and water, yeah? Or is
Yeah.
it wind?
A wheel of wind and
Um,
water.
The wheel of wind and water. Woo, woo, woo.
Whoa, 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 whoa.
Woo, woo, woo,
The
woo.
WWW.
Okay. Dot what? Dot what?
It's actually the WLW.
Wind. Oh, I
The
get it.
women love
Bull.
women wide web.
No, she's back on the scrap bucket.
Nice.
Alright, we're following Willow to the
Yeah.
Okay.
wherever Willow's going. Down the
Mhm.
stairs, I guess.
I guess.
Okay. Now you head down into the bombard, and you see what I described
Nice.
before. Would you like me to read it again, or shall we continue
No, I'm
forward?
good. I'm good. I recall.
Yep.
I'm curious about this door mainly. Which is to say, this
Move
door.
you over.
Yeah.
Bring my little doggy with me.
Yes.
Wait, can Bones
mush-
see in the dark? They're a robot. Do they have like night vision?
No,
Oh.
they do not.
Okay.
I might ask
Bones does
Bones a
not.
question.
Yeah?
Since we have a somewhat rapport, we don't. I spoke to him once, and he didn't stab me immediately. They didn't stab me immediately, so
What are you looking for today?
Bones taps the side of their, like, nostril holes in the skeletal face. Top secret.
Secret mission in it. Ah. Very exciting. Is this your first elemental galleon? First wreck of one I'm salvaging. Hmm. I know what I'm looking for. Well, let us know if you find it.
Bones gives a slow nod.
Gil's gonna say that in a perky voice and then walk away.
Yeah. So there are two doors
Mhm.
and a set of stairs going down.
Did I
assume you
use my
wanna
divine
explore.
sense?
You did not.
I said, can I?
Yes, you may.
Yes.
However, it will not perceive anything through solid walls. It's not X-ray.
Oh. Yeah.
Go dunk your head in that hole and see what happens.
Yeah, I'll do that.
Really? The
Yeah.
one that's full of water? You're gonna send me
Yeah.
submerge your head in divine sense. Okay, you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do that.
Good.
Oh no.
Luca walks over to the what's it called again? The fuck, what is it called? Cargo hatch.
Right.
The broken cargo hatch, and like literally just submerges his head, like
What?
ducks down underwater.
Yep.
Willow's just standing here watching you, like,
Yeah.
oh.
And stands there too.
Beep boop.
You use your divine sense?
Yep.
You detect nothing.
I just go up and there's nothing down there that I can sense.
Thanks, Luca. At least
Thank you, Doctor.
So weird. I know I suggested it, but you did it. You did it. You actually did it.
So, what's this door looking like? On the left side?
Let me describe. I keep opening the wrong fucking thing.
So like sexy shakes his wet hair.
Of course.
Sparkles.
To the west, there is a tattered door that is very easily pushed open even by N. It's like,
Oh, good.
honestly, it's like only the top half of it survives, so it's like one of those split barn doors, so you can just push it open.
And we'll peek through then.
Not a saloon door, a barn door. There's a
Anything
difference.
can be a saloon door if you start a fight as soon as you enter.
We just might. What's
And
inside?
you take drinks.
So, a large hole in the port side of the bow shows where half this room has been destroyed by the impact of the Blackfin. Tattered scraps of hanging canvas and rusted cleats indicate that this was once the crew quarters. A door to the north leads to toilets, long since disused.
Nothing of particular interest here.
Yep, but there is a sizable hole that one could swim down through into the lower levels of the ship.
Luca looks
If you
at the
didn't
hole
wanna
like
take-
he's considering going into it again, but then he stops. Like, no, I already did it. But maybe this is a different room. But I'll do it later.
One step at a
It
time.
is a different room.
We have a whole other door there to check that leads into a deeper part of the ship.
Anything in this room by way of like personal items, journals, anything like that? Like, can I perceive?
Yeah, make a perception or investigation check.
Nice. Do we even
What's
need
in
to
it?
look around? Willow is like seeing everything.
There is nothing of interest or value in here. It looks like these like sort of general crew quarters have not had anything interesting in them. If there was any paper, it has long since dissolved.
What about in the bathroom?
Also, nothing of interest.
Mm-hmm. Well,
No one
Willow's
died
going
on
to
the
probably-
toilet, I hope.
No.
Okay, good.
Or if
That
they
would be
did, they were then removed.
Dethroned, as it were.
I...
Give them some dignity. And we'll go over and check the other door then.
Mm-hmm.
Which other door?
There's a door on the other
Hold
side
on,
of the room.
wait. I'm there with you. Yeah, I'm there with you
Okay.
for that. This
Okay.
one I'm quite curious about
So,
because I know where it
You
goes.
return. Yeah, you have a good idea of where it heads. You try that door, which is intact but stuck.
Hmm.
The wood has absorbed water and is clearly jammed the door.
Well, looks
I
like
think
we're
both and
have to force this one open.
both of us
We're
like
both
split and then. Wait, why are you calling?
I imagine he's stronger than me. They're stronger than
Okay.
me because they're a robot.
I mean, you could both shoulder the door and then it'll probably break.
Both. I imagined both Willow and N like part ways to let you,
Yeah, pretty
you
much.
guys through.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like wave Bosun Bones over like with a twiddly fingers. Like, please join me.
You could do it this. Anyway.
Make a persuasion check.
Oh my god.
Hell yeah.
to get them to join you at all.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Luca can be very persuasive.
Yeah. Bones rolls their eyes. Right. On 3. Sorry, I
Your
forgot to
counter
put
mine.
the voice on.
No, we got the gist of it.
we
You
still
put
hear
the voice on in the classic way.
Yes.
Yeah. In the traditional sense.
Mic out.
I nod.
1, 2, 3.
Athletics?
Wow, you
Oh.
guys.
Wow.
Alrighty, guys.
Another. 1,
Yes, sir.
2, 3.
Nice.
That's better.
Nice.
There we go.
Nice, nice, nice.
The two burly figures bust down the door. Oh, no, I want to reveal the area.
I give
To
Bones like a
reveal-
little salute.
Bones gives a vague nod. To reveal a corridor filled with other doors.
Ooh.
Right?
I'm going to welcome myself through.
Yeah. And we'll also
And
trail
when,
behind.
when you guys do that, yeah, Willow's like,
Thank you.
and just passes through.
Luca knows
Very-
better
very
than to try and stop
gentlemanly of
them
you.
now.
And we'll nod at the two of you and follow Willow through.
Hmm.
And we'll again
Like-
primarily look for hazards and potential issues.
Give me a
Hmm.
perception check.
I like the
Also-
idea that we're kind of just running around like children and Varys and Bones are watching like the disgruntled uncles.
Disgrunkles, as it were.
Aye. So, and as you survey the area, this corridor is relatively empty except for some debris that's settled on the floor. You can see the holes in the ceiling above, where it has been broken through.
Mhm.
Again, the wood is like soaked through, wet, and all of the doors seem similarly stuck.
Luca.
Although these ones are smaller, so they're not as difficult. So there are 5 doors.
Yeah.
2 to the north, to the south, and 1 to the far east at the stern of the ship.
Mm-hmm.
Any you recommend we approach first, Gil?
I think. Okay. Gil is going to probably say,
Perhaps we could each take a door. You two there. Or rather, one for every door. And I'll go to this one.
Which door are you going to?
the one behind them, which is this one.
All right.
Wait, no, should I make a perception check first to see if any of these rooms, or an investigation check to see
What
which
are you
one
trying
seems
to
of most
discern?
notes to me? Which one seems like either the captain's quarters or the engine room? I don't get the impression that this is an engine room yet.
No,
I
but
wouldn't know.
The one with the diagonal and the one at the far back look like the largest.
Okay, well then I'm going to take this one then. The gist of it is hoping that the other two all occupy themselves with lesser doors, as in Bones and whoever.
Mm-hmm. Bones
Occupy
follows
themselves with
right
the-
after you.
Okay. Okay, well...
Let me get that.
Sorry.
Let me get that.
Yeah.
For you.
Whoa.
And
Damn, the
like
halfway.
Shoulders past you
Nice.
to force the door open. I'm not going to make further checks at this point. It will just
still
take
in.
time because... Oops.
I forgot. Sorry.
You did.
No, it's okay.
It's a classic Zeke.
What?
Voice mods are hard.
You're good.
Yeah. It's good. It was still audible. I honestly don't mind you just doing it, and every time he does an action, doing it in his voice, their voice.
Yeah.
I really struggle with this one.
Yeah.
Like all of us.
Yeah. But okay, so yeah, Bones is hassling me out the way. Great.
Yeah.
Willow will respond.
Oh, thank you.
Do we bother trying our doors, or is...
You can try your doors. You
Yeah,
just
still
might
do.
need help.
I mean, probably.
Yeah.
And we'll try.
Make an athletics check.
Yay!
Or else attack the door.
Well, we'll try just opening it first, and, if that
Nah.
doesn't work, then I
Will
might
not
try to do
budge.
a sly little Eldritch Blast on the thing.
Yes, do it.
Yes.
Oh, Luca.
Okay.
Luca, you got other
Not-
doors to worry about too.
And,
Yeah.
Look
Maybe
at
I
you
get
sort of
distracted.
distractedly.
I notice that N is using magic. I'm like,
Yeah.
what? What?
Ed's gonna try and do a very precise little, like, shot to try and get it open.
Mm-hmm.
Do I roll? Do I roll for this?
Yes. Yes, you roll to
Okay.
attack the door. It does have an armor class.
It finally happened. We attacked the door.
Yes.
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 It... how's a 20 do you?
Yes, a 20 for sure hits. You blast a good chunk, but it's not all the way open. I think Bones like turns their head and is as you like blast it open. Roll again.
Oh.
At that exact moment, Cognot's going to walk past. Is that room open? Did he open it?
It's open. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. Cognot's going to walk past him into the room.
Oh, damn!
Yeah. You obliterate the door.
This is just a
Did
thing
I-
with me and wood out at
Inanimate
sea.
objects.
Whoop, and like goes again and it
Did I-
explodes and it's like,
Did I manage to distract Bones at all, or no?
Bones is still following you, but you did get in first, so you may make a perception check quickly in the like second it takes for Bones to
Oh, my
follow.
intention, was to cover N as well. That's the intention there,
Well,
because N just exploded a
No.
wall.
no, Bones is aware that you have powers.
Okay. Can I use Fish Dog to help me perceive real quick?
Yes.
Okay. Perception or investigation?
Either. Perception implies that you are looking around, and investigation implies that you are getting more in depth. So,
I'm going to assume baseline investigation is Willow's vibe right now.
okay. So let me describe the room that Willow enters, and then I will describe the room that N
oh
enters.
shit!
Oh.
Holy shit! Willow, your eyes are open.
Damn, okay.
26
Okay.
pairs of snake eyes.
Fuck.
Uh,
That's a lot of snakes.
Yeah.
oh.
Who's the person that followed us? Like Army of Snakes or something?
Oh gosh, they're back!
Wasn't it was like 10 snakes
Yeah.
Yeah.
or something?
21 snakes.
Yeah,
21
21
snakes.
snakes.
They
Right.
kept going 21 guns. Yeah.
Shout out to you, 21 snakes. And your 5 new brethren.
Okay, so let me describe. This room was once the helm of the galleon, the central command for all that would have happened aboard. Control panels of magical machinery line the walls, and cabinets of sea charts hang with their doors unhinged and their contents littered across the soaked floor. In the southwestern corner of the room is a ladder leading up to a trapdoor, which is barred and blocked from the inside. In the center is a large built-in structure with tubes of arcane etched glass going through the ceiling and into the floor. Dials and levers are clouded with algae and discolored with oxidation. Everything here is dripping with moisture. The control panel, Willow, especially with that investigation check, was used to determine the power and buoyancy of the vessel, as well as monitor the health of the vessel. So, yeah.
Okay.
There are 2 speaking trumpets on the central control panel, one leading up to the wheelhouse, which is marked, and the other to the engine room. There are signs of a third one, but it is broken beyond use. You can make perception checks through those speaking trumpets. The other things that you note is that looking over the terminal, you can determine sort of the state of the vessel in general. So you find out that the water level is, as you know, the main level is partially flooded. The bottom 2 levels are fully submerged. There is extensive damage to the starboard side on the lower and cargo holds. Lower deck and cargo hold. There is extensive damage to the port side prow of the ship that extends basically all the way through. And the elemental engine is disengaged. It is like disconnected, basically.
Quickly, you said there were 2 speaking trumpets, one leading up to the helm room, wheelhouse,
so the wheelhouse,
and the other leading where?
To the engine. Yes.
Cognaut, how do you perceive through these?
You basically just like put your ear up to it. It's like a phone.
Yes, my ear.
What words can hear?
Presumably, you can still hear through it.
Yes. I'm trying to think of where.
Basically, you make a perception check.
Yeah, I will do one while I'm here.
I'm gonna
Willow sticks the top of their head
to follow you.
You're gonna what? Sorry, Sarah?
Gesture for Varys to follow you.
Oh, alright.
I think Varys is staying sort of in the center to keep an eye on all things. You listen to the engine room, and what you hear is just the sound of water moving, but nothing else.
So that could be an elemental, or that could just be
the water.
The water from the sinking?
Yeah.
Is that right? Or I'm asking.
Oh, I think so.
That's what I would assume.
Those are both plausible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is NC? Should I roll it?
Let me just describe. Bones follows you in, Gil, and takes a look around.
Right mess they've left this place in.
Have you ever seen anything like it?
Bones makes an ambiguous noise and starts rifling through cabinets and stuff.
Yeah, I think Cognaut's also going to start the one with the ship, the sea charts in it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they'll look around the air. I'm assuming that if anything of interest was going to jump out at me, it would have with the investigation check.
Yeah, for sure.
And there is no way to look down, so I guess I'll just look around at the charts.
Mm-hmm. Now let's describe what N has found.
Wait, before we do, can I quickly ask, what is the difference between this room and the room above to like a lay person?
So the room above has just the steering wheel.
Yep.
This has all the other interface. So this is like the command center. The steering is up above. There is technically, like, you can technically steer from this room as well, but up above you could, like, see out over the ship at the rest of the thing.
Right.
Hmm.
Is this kind of like the dashboard on a car?
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Thank you.
Is there
So-
anything? Nothing on that control panel liftable. I'm assuming control panel itself.
It is, like, too ruined
Integrated.
and heavy to be
Yeah.
worth it, and it's also, like, fully built in. This is
Yeah,
like
yeah.
trying... It would be like trying to take apart a wall, or, you know, like...
Yeah.
This would be like trying to salvage the, vent system from
Yeah.
inside a building.
Yep. Okay,
Like...
cool. Just check it.
It does not seem useful
There are other ways to
do
get
so.
aircon. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, this is basically plumbing,
Yeah.
or, like, electricals.
I'm gonna make it my mission to steal plumbing in this game at some point.
Okay.
Look, if there is a stray like something, then we could get it. But anyway, doesn't seem like it. N.
So, N. You enter this room. This once lavishly furnished cabin clearly belonged, probably, to the captain of the ship, though time and the sea have taken their toll. Only the furniture that was physically built into it is still standing, the rest either lost or rotten.
Hey,
Uh,
I'm gonna look for the captain's log.
yes, make an investigation check. You do a quick glance over, and Varys comes in. Let me help you. You get advantage.
Okay,
Oh.
did I roll just
Roll
again,
again.
or flat, or?
Yeah.
Yikes.
And is distracted. I think the reason you're distracted is... And did you ever see the interior of the, of Roselia's cabin?
No.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on that, in fact, I believe.
Okay.
You closed your
Yeah,
damn eyes about it.
Oh, Brasilia, I thought you meant
Ilanis?
Ilanis, yeah.
No.
Nope.
Nope.
It's not that.
Haven't
I think
got
you're
there
just
yet.
hearing the sound of Bones and Gil in the next room that has you like... This is all a
Keeping an ear
mess.
out.
You don't know where to begin. So...
Mm.
I think Varys is going to try and force this other door open.
Can I go in that room and help Lynn?
I thought you
Since
were going to
I've-
force your own door open.
Well, I tried to, and I got an 8, so it's
Okay.
stuck for the moment.
Okay, so Varys will come over and help you, so you get advantage on
Okay.
this roll.
This roll? Okay.
Yes.
Yikes.
Wow.
A 10 is just enough. It like... And eventually you manage to push it open and a sort of wash of water comes out.
That would explain it, I say to Varys.
Mm.
As your pants all get wet.
Yeah.
Uh,
So...
Fish dog's gone in with N.
Yeah. I think En's actually kind of determined to try and find this log, so they're gonna spend some
Yeah.
time
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Cool. Let me describe what Luca finds. This small cabin contains 2 built-in bunks and a wardrobe with its doors hanging open awkwardly. Inside are the salt-crusted remains of personal effects. Clothes, a small box to contain jewelry or toiletries, a corroded mirror on the inside of the door. Actually, and you could use perception rather than investigation. first, if that's better for you.
Yes, it is marginally.
Okay, in which case, do that with advantage.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
It's above 10.
It's about
Getting
that.
there.
Actually, I'm 11, so shut the fuck up.
So you do a relatively thorough sweep of the room. I will continue with Luca.
Yes.
Would you like to search this room?
Yes. First, I will search myself in the mirror and make sure that I still look good after I got my hair wet, and then I will go through this room.
Okay. Do you want to ask Varys? Yes, perception. Do you want Varys to help you, or for you to help Varys?
What's his perception like?
+2.
Mine is potentially +4, so I don't. Yeah, well, I'll help him. I'll help him. He's the
Okay.
captain.
Okay.
Yeah, that's our lad.
Hey.
Yeah.
Okay. Varys finds a scroll case containing a map and a small ring on a chain.
Aw.
And he glances at it briefly and then pockets it.
Aw.
Hmm.
Does that make me feel any type of way?
Oh.
Does that make me feel
You
any
don't-
type of way?
Make an insight check. About Varys. That's history.
That was a history. What the hell happened there?
You having a flashback, bro? Insight. Nice roll.
She
He
say
is
that to all
not
the girls.
emotional about it. But it does seem like he has just found a key piece of information.
Oh.
Hmm.
Okay.
But perhaps
Okay.
now is not the time
Yeah.
to
Hmm.
discuss it yet.
And
And that you are still combing through the room.
Yep.
You have yet to find the captain's log. Willow, are you done there?
I might say one more thing to Bones while we are here. I think I've noticed that N, like, if this isn't the captain's quarters, then N is in the captain's quarters, and so I will just kind of buy some time in the interim, if possible. So Gil might ask.
Do you know why the vessel was here now, based on all of this and all of that?
Gesturing to the charts and such.
Don't know. Don't really care.
Not interested. I see.
You can
You have any
You can find, with a history check, the on the charts that you find the general route.
Okay, I'll do that. Here's the wee.
Yes, please.
Flat. Fish dog ain't here.
History contains geography, so. It went around the eastern coast a few times, it looks like. So, from north to south via east, the eastern route of Corvair.
a few times. Is there any reason... Okay, I'm trying to recall. Is there any reason that... Okay, so Bones doesn't care what the boat was here for. He's here for something.
That's what Bones has said.
That's what Bones is telling us, yes. Willow might keep rambling at them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think it was transporting criminals?
Now that's an interesting thought. Why'd you say that?
I don't know why else it would be coming round this way. It's not like they're going to stop in Regalport. Also that rather unpleasant lady.
You knew her?
Not personally.
Interesting.
She said Kenneth.
Plenty of reasons for Kenneth to be aboard a Lyranda vessel. Especially a warship.
I suppose.
But from what I hear, she's dead now.
Indeed.
During your scuffle with the Harpies.
It's true. She used luring magic, is why I say. She just seemed very unpleasant.
And that makes a criminal, eh?
Most people around these parts are criminals, aren't they, Bones?
Maybe. There's degrees
Just a
of
shot in the dark.
distinction.
Yes.
Bones does a sort of nose laugh sound. And sort of shoves a bunch of charts into a sack and walks out of the room.
Okay.
We'll peek in on N.
And just looking
Oh.
around.
Not peek so much as loom in.
Yeah.
Boy, stylist.
That's
You found
me.
anything yet?
No, nothing of interest.
Pity.
Nothing sparkly.
Bones goes to force open this door. Why are you athleticsing?
Willow's trying to open that door, I think.
Ah,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just flexing.
Just flexing. I think Bones gets frustrated and then like starts wailing at it with
Oh no.
the hook.
Wow.
Oh my
Oh my
god.
god.
Bones! Relax!
Bones hacks the door to pieces
Okie
with their
doke.
hook.
And like trying to look up high on something and just hears on the other side of the wall.
Crunch,
Yeah.
crunch, crunch.
Okay.
Willow fully like jolts. Fishdog can do a perception check with you in there, and I realize.
Yeah. Is there any point in me doing
That's-
another?
Fishdog does a perception check. Fishdog eventually like goes under the water and does like a scan with its lights, and then does a little alert ping as it finds something.
And it's like,
like-
shh, and like scoots over. It has a
He
look.
does a little muffled from under the water.
Reflexively, like, puts their finger to their lips and, like, puts their hand atop fish dog under the water and try and, like, silence it. And tries to see what fish dog has found.
Yeah, you look under, basically, like, wedged right under the bed in the dark is what looks like could be the captain's log. It has been like thoroughly hidden.
You son of a bitch. Anne's gonna try and get it out.
Yeah.
Are they on their hands and knees in the water?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's okay. We're going under the water. Like, so what?
You're going to get
What
wet.
the heck is this
You're
thing?
right. I forgot about that.
I'm gonna get a lot more soaked than this. So hands and knees just start. This is just the start. Yeah, so Anne's gonna get that and like tuck that away.
Okay. Bones searches this room.
Sneakily
Comes back
slide
out.
it behind your book.
Yeah.
So it just looks like more book.
Yeah, more book per book.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think inspired by Bones, Willow might just use their thunder gauntlets for this.
Yeah.
Which
Go ahead. Blast
that doesn't
away.
use magic, yeah? You know, it's just
It does not. It's a weapon.
Attack. Yes.
Wow, you're so cool.
Oh,
Yep, that shatters the door open.
cool.
It is a toilet.
Well worth the effort.
Thank you for the description. Is there anything of note in this toilet, or is it just a shithole?
It's literally a shithole.
It's the nicer one, so you imagine this is where the officers' quarters were. It does have like it's like a full it's a bathroom of sorts. It is not quite as it doesn't have all the amenities, let's say, of the scrap bucket, which has been built in modern times. And this vessel is considerably older, even though it only wrecked like 3 years ago.
It's like a repurposed like battleship, right?
It is not repurposed, it just is a battleship.
Okay, yeah. Okay.
Wow. I'm taking a quick friggin' deep look at this toilet anyway, so
What you can see is N returning with the captain's log.
Oh, I'm not holding it out. I've hidden it.
Okay.
But
Make a sleight of hand check then.
Oh. But they
As
did it in
Bones
the,
is-
But I did it in the other room.
Bones,
They did it in the room.
You did. No, but you still have to do it because that will be the DC for.
Right.
Bones is still searching this room. Okay.
Hey, it's not bad.
But
That's my
Willow
spell
still
cast,
sees it.
DC.
Or I can see maybe that
Well-
N has found something.
And N
Yeah.
was going to tell you in your mind, I found the captain's log.
Cognort does a little head tip at you.
You
well-
know how to hide it for sure.
I do.
Party pockets.
Body pocket.
Yes. I'm going to gesture at Luca and sort of offer, like, pretty much actually, you know what? Not going to gesture at you. No, yes, I am going to gesture at you. I'm going to gesture at you to go join Bones in that room. And it's another way of saying block the door.
Am I able to understand this from your vague hand gestures?
Are you?
And we'll message
make a
Luca.
check for it?
We have the captain's log. We are hiding it from Bones. Please block the door.
Okay. I'm gonna like poke my head in and literally put my you know when you like sexy put your hands on the door and lean into the door and like look around and see what's going on. You gotta like ask if Bones needs assistance and then walk in anyway.
And Willow's going to basically grab N by the arm and like yank you backwards into this bathroom.
Yeah, and like just fumble out the captain's log and like pawn it off to you. Like it's
Varys standing in the middle of the corridor, like,
oh,
Fishhook stands with Varys. Okay, Willow's going to
it's
gesture
contraband
quickly.
and handing it over to you like it's contraband in the toilets.
Thank you.
swapping cigarettes in the toilets or whatever.
Yep.
Your uncle takes you to a drug deal.
Bro! Okay. I think Uncle's not
Cool,
aware
it's
what he
fine.
is right now. Okay, so I think Willow is going to Bones isn't here yet,
No.
and Willow's going to in their brain talk back to N saying watch the door, and they're going to quickly rifle through the captain's log.
Okay, it is a large tome. You think that to get a good idea of what all happened, you would need at least an hour to read through it, even just to skim through the events. You can skip to the last page though.
I will skip to the last page.
Okay, so you flick through. It looks like the last entry is written in slightly different handwriting than the rest of it. It describes haphazardly the sinking of the Good Fortune after an explosion, and now they are under assault by harpies, and the entry cuts short abruptly.
Okay. Is there any other notable fact about this that I can glean from the cover, from maybe the page just before the last page, or is it literally you just get a chance to read that and then close it?
I mean, if you go to the very front, you can find the captain's name. This was and Ondarian Navy. So
right.
I did not write down the captain's name. Anyway.
Oh, good.
We'll discuss that later, but
Navy.
you are able to. But yeah, it was Ondarian Navy. This was a warship.
Yep.
And you read the last page, basically.
Okay. Yep.
Bones rebuffs your assistance, Luca.
I'm standing at the door, trying to busy myself inspecting the bed and the thing next to the bed, and
Yeah, En's gonna come out of the toilets and stand in the hallway so it's not gonna be weird when Willow and En come out of the toilets, two people investigating a toilet
At the same time.
Yeah, that's just En'll go over here.
I mean, you're not using it.
No, but
Yeah.
I hope
still.
not.
Little nightmares toilets.
Little nightmares toilets.
Yes, they
joined together.
Yes.
And
What if we held hands in the little nightmares toilets?
Yes, and will depend on messaging Willow when Bones is starting to Bones' footsteps start creaking out of the room, and we'll message Willow incoming.
Yeah, Willow would have said thank you to you, by the way, as you headed out. In your head, probably. Yeah. I'm assuming they can't flick to one more page in the middle. They will.
Yeah. Roll. Roll a D6.
Okay.
Remember how to do it?
Oh, absolutely not.
Really?
Maybe.
Hey, there you go.
Oh,
Yes.
Hey.
Well done.
Learning.
there's also a button up the top.
I know,
that's, under the ruler. Yeah.
I wanted to remember this.
Okay. So. You flip sort of near the middle of the last few entries, and as you skim, make a history check. This is to understand geopolitical shit. Okay, so the middle entry talks about the aftermath of a battle a bit. Damaged some of the workings of the Good Fortune, but they have enough supplies to have temporary repairs until they make port. And there is a brief mention of cursing out some pirates.
For what?
You're not sure. presumably whatever battle that occurred. This is all you get.
Cool.
You need more time.
Yep, fair. I'm gonna pocket it though. It's mine.
Yeah. Okay. You pocket the book. Bones comes back out.
Luca will follow after them to make it seem like it wasn't a big deal. You know?
Mm-hmm.
This was a bathroom.
I poke my head out. You didn't use it, did you? I grin at them like, because you don't poop because you're a wolf boy. Yep, that's the joke.
Thanks, Luca.
Thank you, Luca.
Well, that seems to be it for this level.
Find everything of interest.
There's
Who are
a
they talking
mirror,
to?
and I got to look at myself, but
I believe you took all of the seed charts, so
mostly scrap.
Bones looks around at the lot of you and will make an insight check. Seems satisfied.
We're all a bunch of good liars for once.
We're convincing idiots,
Oh.
that's the thing.
Or they just don't care that much. No, whatever.
That's
I'll
true.
Just fucking kill you.
Yep, that's true.
Yeah.
Varys nods. It appears we're done here. Shall we head below the water then?
I think it's time.
aye aye.
Might as well.
And we will end the session